Yeah.
Back.
Of course we are.
Episode 24. And I feel so much more better this week, bro.
Yeah.
I feel so much more better. Like literally, I put it on Instagram yesterday. Like last week was probably the hardest week for me in terms of just COVID. You know how you know me, bro. Like I'm a super positive person. I'm always active, and taking that activity way out, having like this depleted kind of like energy and my brain fog. Like last week, I actually got it.
Oh, you caught the brain fog?
Yeah, great. I got the brain fog, and that was evident last week, bro. Because like basically, Peter Moore did not design the Air Force One. It was Bill Gilmore. So basically, apologies, guys. That was my brain fog because we know who the original designers were. So from that realistic point, I apologize. I take my hat off, guys, because that was my mistake from COVID. I'm gonna blame COVID, but that was my mistake genuinely. But
no, the brain fog, man. The brain fog for real.
Definitely, bro. Like, I was finding it hard to concentrate last week at work. Totally.
Yeah, that's that fog, man. It hit you. I was just explaining to somebody about it because I didn't get the brain fog this time, right? So I was explaining. Actually, and we gonna snowball right into it off of this because I was explaining it to my OG about the brain fog and how it. Like you can't even really describe it, bro. It's like you get stupid for periods at a time throughout the day, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. You know, you forget what you're doing. I'll be driving and forget where I'm going.
Oh, I've had that. You know. By the way, Bruce Kilgore is basically the Air Force One designer. So make sure you get that right next time for all the facts and figures. But I know what you mean because basically that brain fog felt to me like I'm still coughing, bro. I'm still coughing. I'm still kind of on the road to recovery. And so like yesterday, I was sitting down. I went and met Jay Colorblind Kicks, and I was talking to him, and my brain just went. I was like, what? What the fuck was I talking about? That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. So yeah. So Bruce Kilgore is the guy that designed the Air Force One and not Peter Moore. So remember that, guys. But for me, last week was the hardest. It was like me, you know, when you're driving in the night, and then I've done this. I've driven in the night, went into autopilot, and then ended up somewhere else. And I'm like, how the hell did I get here? That literally was what happened to me last week. I had no motivation, no nothing, no kind of. I every time I hit 4 o'clock when work finished, because I'm using my brain. The brain is a muscle. As soon as 4 o'clock hit, bro, I was on the couch, and I was like, bang, gone for 2-3 hours. It was bad, bro. It kind of made me really sad. By Thursday, Friday, I went to my missus. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I literally don't know what's wrong with me. Like I can't. I feel like I'm on the verge of like a mild depression because I can't do shit, and I feel really bad because I can't do stuff. Even though we did the Shudo podcast last week, even though I still smashed out the videos for today and for Thursday, and we did the live, and I was glad that. And to be honest, that's the first time in my life I've been glad that I didn't have a live Saturday morning with Cam because Cam went and saw his parents, and I was like, I'm glad that I'm not doing a live right this moment in time because I don't feel like I'm up to it. Yeah. But Saturday night was totally different. I feel way more motivated, way more like myself again.
Yeah, it's gonna pass, bro. Like, it stuck with me for a good week or so, and it was the week that I went back to work, just like how you saying. Yeah. And so, and I drive for a living. You know what I'm saying? So I do the same routes Tuesday through Friday. I know exactly where I'm going. Like when I see the name of the place, I know exactly where it is. I know different routes and whatnot. And I'm driving, and I forget where I'm going. Yeah, but I'm going the right way.
Autopilot
like a motherfucker, bro. It's weird. Like I said, I was trying to explain it to my OG, man, and it's like I couldn't find the proper words to describe it, because it's not like your brain shuts down, but depending on how deeply rooted whatever thought you already had when it hit you, you'll lose track of what you're saying, what you're thinking about, what you're doing. If you're driving, you won't know where you're going, but you'll end up at the right place. That's how it was for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, my brain knows where I'm going, but it's not telling me. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
it's your subconscious. Okay, cool. Yeah. So today's episode is a special episode. I think it's probably it's gonna be one of our best episodes. It's number one because I think it's always good to get a guest on board. And on that note, we have a guest on board today. And number two, I think it's good because this is the generational divide between young sneakerheads and OG sneakerheads or older sneakerheads that actually pick up what we like. And so we know. Let's blur the lines up, bro. So today, who have we got, bro? Because it's only rightfully so that you introduce our special guest today.
So I just mentioned my OG. Shout out Suge. I met Suge when I was 20.
Hold on, bro. You met Suge Knight?
No. Well, that's the funny thing. Because Suge is from. He was born in the South. He was born in Mississippi. He was raised in LA, and he experienced the full culture of LA in the 80s and 90s, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Growing up in the inner city, in the hoods, in LA, like you listen to Kendrick. You heard Good Kid, Mad City, right?
Yeah.
So you know what I'm talking about. And he ended up moving. He played football. He actually played college football with Steve McNair.
Yo, bro, this is sounding a lot like Suge Knight, right this moment in time.
That's what I'm saying. And Suge he's about 6'2" or 6'3", and for most of the time I've known him, he was a bigger guy. You know what I'm saying? And he I think he's like 8-9 years older than me. I can't never remember exactly how many. I think he's about 8 years older than me. But I'm 40. I've been knowing him since I was like 20, 21.
All right, so, let me just Google Suge Knight's age. If the ages match, I'm gonna say Suge Knight.
Nah.
Right. Suge Knight's 57, so I allow you for that one. He's not the right age.
But his mama, I think he said his mom used to call him Sugar Bear when he was a kid. Okay. So go from Sugar Bear to Suge, you know. So I met him as Suge. He's a different type of person now than he was back then. However, it was like 15 years ago when he met his current wife.
Yeah,
she had kids, right? And for the life of me and Suge could not keep this little 4-year-old boy away from us, right? Like he loved being around Suge to the point where, because Suge had a bald head, and I'm embarrassing this man. The similarities are uncanny, bro. But the only difference is they not the same complexion. They don't look alike at all. It's a lot of similarities, bro. But this 4-year-old kid wanted to get his haircut bald because Suge had a bald head. You know what I'm saying? And he loved it, bro. Like, I would never forget this. I done told my wife and some other people this story, you know what I'm saying? But that was our little problem. And I used to call him Lil' Kim. used to joke with him, have so much fun with him all the time. But now he is a man. He is my nephew. He is my little brother at the same time. My partner, my family.
It's the mini shoot-off for today's episode. The mini shoot-off for today's episode.
Nah, he a whole shoe dog. I got one reason. I got one reason why he a whole shoe dog. But what's going on, cuz?
So y'all, thanks for having me.
No worries, bro. Welcome to the Shudo podcast. Okay, cool. Before we go into the complexities of the actual Shudo podcast, tell us your give us some of your background. Give us your age, where you're from, how literally give the people some information of who you are, and how you got into sneakers. So let's break that down.
So my name's Kevin. I'm 19 years old. East Point, Georgia. South Carolina.
Swats.
I got in the shoes. Really started in middle school. So how I really got it, I was like shoes, everyone liked shoes, but how I really got into shoes heavy, I had a friend named Eric Brown. I met him in 7th grade, and his older brother, he used to restore shoes. Resell them.
Okay.
Resell them. And then one time I went to Eric's house, I just see all these bottles of Angelus paint and all these have done shoes. And, to me, he's customizing the shoes. He like customizing the shoes. But when I found out, you can restore and resell them, that's when I started going to my first, this, like 2016, reselling really wasn't a big thing, It was always, SneakerCon. That was the big reseller thing that you really see most often. But since middle school, I started reselling shoes, and then I started buying more. And, when I was younger, it was a shoe I didn't want. I eventually started to buy it.
Cool. Yeah, I was told that you did customs, but I didn't know that you were into customs and restorations for as long as you've been. And for do you see a lot of that? Were you seeing a lot of that when you was coming up, like in school, or was it just like you and another person, or just you?
It might be me, another person. It's really, really rare. Like, you find somebody that restores shoes at my age is really, really rare. Like, finding somebody that actually know about restoring shoes, how shoes work, the materials is very, very rare. Because I don't really know much. I kind of learned from a channel called Reshuvinator.
Yeah.
Vic Almighty, yeah. Everybody knows Vic Almighty. Trust me, he's one of the legends in this.
I don't do restorations, and I watch Vic Almighty.
Because Vic Almighty into the custom side of it.
Yeah, custom, and definitely his restoration work is top notch, man. Like, some of the custom stuff I don't really agree with, but when it comes to custom, it's your idea or the customer's idea. So
I think the best restoration I've seen from Vic Almighty, not best, but the one I'm like the most, is the Jordan 3 Travis Scott, where he turned it to baby blue. That was awesome. That was an awesome colorway.
So when you started, pretty much you started working on shoes.
Yes.
So was it always, I'm pretty sure it wasn't, but was it always something for somebody else, or were you going back getting stuff that you wanted to?
Getting stuff that I wanted. Like, it's funny how popular dunks are upon my generation, because at a certain point in time, you get talked about for having a pair of dunks. Kind of like they kind of call it like a fake Air Force One.
What?
Yeah, because
wow.
Yo, bro, like it's been given names. The fake Air Jordan 1, the fake Air Force 1, the fake, bro. Like, if you know the history behind the dunk, the fact that they sat and skateboarders took them on board and basically kind of just made them their own. It kind of give, like, the dunks were around before the Air Jordan 1s were, but the Air Jordan 1s obviously took off popularity because of Michael Jordan, and the dunk sat. And then once the dunk sat, they were like, all right, cool. You know what? If these are gonna sit, we're gonna pick them up for sale and rock them and skate them. And that's the history behind that is so awesome. So, I find this a lot with a lot of sneakerheads, not even the younger generation, the older generation as well. They stiff their nose up to a lot of silhouettes, and you're like, why? why though? Like, why do you sit there and not give the sneaker the respect it deserves? Because like in retrospect, when you look at a sneaker and the person who designed the sneaker actually kind of put so much passion and love behind that design and the colorways, and always like I remember all the dunks being in those university colorways, like all the school colorways, college shoes, exactly. So yeah, exactly that. See what I'm saying? So it's like. You got to pay it respect because, like, when it comes around, this is why I never diss a sneaker or never say it's dead or never say it's not relevant, because once it comes around, you'll be eating your words. See what I'm saying? Once it comes around, you're like, if you like, so I always say it's not for me, it's not my cup of tea. And then if it grows on me, then it'll grows on me, and then I'll pick it up. But never disrespect the sneaker, because you might be eating that humble pie one day and saying, "Oh shit, I should never said that about 5 years ago."
Yeah, you're looking crazy, and that's the thing. Like with dunks, bro, it was Air Force One, dunk, Jordan 1.
Yeah.
That's the order. You know, Air Force One was 82, Dunk was 84, Jordan was 85. And nobody can deny, because the Dunk was first, the similarities in the Jordan 1 from the Dunk. Yeah, the differences are apparent. Like when you put them together, the shape is a little bit different, but it's the same. Yeah. The sole is a little bit different, but it's the same sole. You know, the shoe placement is a little bit different. The overlays are flipped a little bit, but it's the same. It's almost the same. It's the same height. It's the same type of shoe. And when you look at the Air Force One high, it's the same difference. You look at, you know, like you look at a Chuck Taylor and you look at Van Skate High. It's the same. So
you got to look at it like it back in. This is what I say. A lot of sneakers back in the day had so much similarities. We're just talking about Chuck Taylors. We're talking about your Converses. We're talking about Dunks, and we're talking about Jordan 1s. But when you start looking at the 84 forums, bro, how similar is that to a Jordan 1? So you could like this in that range. That was the ideal model. And it would have carried on until Tinker like kind of slapped his name all over it and designed that perspective. But on that, it's just phenomenal. Like a lot of people, like I can't sit here and think if you don't like a dunk and you don't like a dunk lower or a dunk high, okay, cool. Because what is it? Is it subpar because of the quality of the materials and stuff like that you don't like it? No, it's not. But then you might as well just say the same thing with a Jordan 1. Because like it's the similarities are so there's only the shape and the slight cut difference that makes it different. It hasn't got the Wings logo on the side. It's not
the materials on this, bro. I know you don't wear Dunks.
Cool. You just pulled out. I want to show you something, bro. Like this is something I picked up. I'm gonna go wade all through the boxes on my bottom. So I'm gonna you pulled out, right? Because that's ironic, bro. That's very ironic. Because I'm gonna pull this out, right? Okay. And tell me the difference. Tell me the difference.
No. Let's look at the difference.
It's the same. It's the same sneaker. It's the same.
The exact same outsole pattern. The sides, you know, because the stars and everything, like
yeah. There you go. There's no difference. Like
the only difference is the side. The side
of course.
The Jordan is flat all the way around, but you know the panel.
The overlays. The overlays are different. That's it. The overlay, and to be honest, if that was an SB dunk, which I think is it an SB dunk, bro?
No, it's not an SB.
No, it's just a dunk. If it's an SB dunk, you get a fat tongue, you get fat cushioning, and all of that stuff. So basically, that's the difference. But you can't tell me like
let's see that tongue.
You can't tell me. There's no difference with this, bro. Like if anybody in the street, that any non-sneakerhead walking down the street will think that this is the same silhouette.
It's true. Yeah.
No, it's just the overlay there. That's one piece toe to tongue. total eyelets. Yeah, that's the only difference.
All this is different. Just look at the swoosh placement.
Yeah.
So back tab.
By the way, I ended up getting 2 of these for Eric as well. So the Mystique lows is for Eric. They're going to be shipped hopefully Tuesday. I'm gonna do it. They're still sitting here if you want it, bro.
Everything is sitting over there, bro. It's not fair. It's not fucking fair, bro. Okay, so look, I'm gonna chill because I just caught a big fish. I told you that.
Yeah. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that big fish reveal.
I caught a big fish. You know I ain't gonna tell you what it is.
Is it a shark or a carp?
It's definitely not a carp. Definitely not a carp. It might not be a shark. It's a big tuna though. We got a big tuna on the line.
So I told you 2 pairs, right? And you know, so it's really ironic, right? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something.
11.
It's not 11, bro.
Yeah, that's 11.
It's weird. Yeah, but no, this is the women's size, right?
Okay,
and this is the men's, right? And I'm gonna go through. I'll do the review for this week, right? But it's really funny because on the men's size, the sneakers. I'm not gonna tell you what they are, the cuts and stuff like that. But I'm gonna say one thing. One of these on the sneakers that was priced 115, and one of these was priced 125. And I'm gonna pull it up and say spot the difference.
Probably because of the cracked leather on the
ain't got no cracked leather, bro. He's got no cracked leather on it.
The pink one's got cracked leather?
No. Both of the sneakers, both of those Mystique navies. One of them's navy. One of them's women's. One of them's men's. One of them actually on the sneakers app because I got it from the same price. For both of them. One of them on the sneakers app is 125. Yeah, one of them's for 125, and one of the women's is 115. £10 difference, right? And I'll compare it for the channel. But I'm telling you now, bro. You'll be like, spot the difference. What difference?
Okay. So story time. Family friend got a son. I think he's like 17, 18. We wear the same size. I got some shoes for sale, size 11, retail, hit me up. I got some shoes for sale, right? So my wife says, he been doing good in school. He had a little trouble patch or whatever, but he back on track. So, like, which one of them pairs that you selling you want to give to her? After much deliberation. No. Q
went to the toilet and cried.
A little bit.
My tears.
I'm trying to sell them, right? So I land on the brotherhoods, right? Because I don't think I'm gonna wear them.
Okay. To cut your short, start slightly, right? No. Carry on where you start from. Yo, Kevin, do you reckon Q basically sabotages grades? Not my brotherhood. Yo, you know those A pluses he got? Make sure it's an F. Change it. I'll give you some of that retail sneaker price. Q's turn Go on, keep carrying your story, bro.
So like I was saying, what I got to deal with, right? So I land on the brotherhoods, right? And the dude said he don't want them. He said he ain't really into ones, or he didn't like the colorway, or something, whatever his reason for not wanting them. He didn't. This is a free pair of shoes, right? Now, if anybody walked up on you, I ain't gonna say walked up on you, somebody you know, for whatever reason, they say, hey, and you know this person deal with legits and all that. And this person say, hey, I got these ones, man. If I keep this one shoe, my house is going to explode. I don't want no money. Take this shoe. You don't like the shoe. It's the ugliest shoe in the world to you. But it's a Jordan 1. It's the worst Jordan 1 high in the world to you. And this person it ain't even got to be a Jordan 1. It's a Jordan. It's a Jordan retro colorway that this person just want to give you. Are you gonna say no?
No.
Why? Kevin, I need help, bro. Like, what's going on in the young sneaker community that will make a man say no to a free pair of shoes? Like, help me out here.
Okay, in my opinion, it's all about hype. What everyone else has, what is hot now. So with all the Jordan 1s, just all the Jordans that have released in, let's say, the last 6 months, Brotherhood wasn't the hypest. It wasn't a favorite by many, but like most people want to wear an Air Trainer, Air Max is kind of going out of style. Now, there's certain shoes people want to wear just because there's not big hype around it.
Yeah.
But that's why I think it's hard to say no. Me personally, I wouldn't. It's a free pair of shoes.
Right.
But I really feel like the sneaker game now is all based around hype. That's why you see so many general release pairs still sitting, because there's no collab to it. This celebrity didn't wear it. Everybody want a Travis Scott, a Yeezy, something that has a name along to it. I believe
I like that thought process actually, because what you just said is spot on. I think right this moment in time, there's a lot of sneakers releasing back to back. So like that's one contributing factor. Collaborations are so overdone now, overcooked. So it's so common that a GR might as well just be a collaboration now, and a GR or general release sneaker is no longer a GR sneaker. It's an outlet bound sneaker now. It's literally it's like upgraded. And like me and Q was having this discussion the other day actually. For us from our perspective, and we've been here a lot longer and seeing what's happening with the market. And from our kind of look into it, it almost feels like if there was no collaboration sneakers, if there was no like Travis Scott or J Balvin's or Mason Chateau Rogues or anything like that were coming out, Jordan Brand would need, or any other company would just release the same old stuff that they were releasing 5 or 10 years ago, and they would sit like they're sitting now, but there'll be no option, and then the sneaker game will be dead. Like in terms of what we're expecting, or all the hype stuff that we're expecting, and there would be no there will be no resale from that. And then this is why I think in the next 5 years, anything that's a GR, right this moment in time, we've seen that anything that's a GR, there's no resale value, and there will be no resale value going forwards, and everything will be collaboration, unique sneakers. So if they didn't up their collaboration game, and shout out to Kanye West for forcing this upon every other brand, because every other brand was static until Kanye kind of kept pushing out Yeezy, and then Jordan Brand sat there, and in 2015, 16, 17. When Yeezy was out doing Jordan Jumpman, and they sat there and said, "What can we do to fight what Kanye is doing?" And they came and just smacked you with collaboration after collaboration after collaboration, and then they got themselves up there. But now it's so oversaturated that we're sitting here, and yo, bro, these sat over here. Yeah. And I doubled up. Like how do you get double up in a retail pair of these? Like 2 years ago, this you will not have a chance to double up in them.
Hell no. Even that the Travis 270s, bro. People didn't like that shoe.
No,
they didn't. But and see, this the weird thing, right? About hype. Old hype holds its place, right? But that shoe is not worthy of the hype that I think it has right now, and it definitely wasn't worthy of the hype that it had at the time that it released.
Yeah.
But because of the time that it released, because we were in the middle of the pandemic sneaker rush, that the sneaker bubble that now has burst, you know what I'm saying? That bubble built up.
Yeah. We're seeing the afterwaves of that burst.
Yeah, during the pandemic, the bubble kept swelling and swelling and swelling and swelling until we got to the beginning of 2022. All of a sudden, after the patent breads, the whole bubble popped. The patent breads, people was thinking this shoe is going to be an $800, $1,200 shoe moving forward.
Bro, nope. No way. I look. Kevin, if you look, I'm going to tell you one thing. With me, right? Q knows this. Q knows this really well. With me, I always look at trends. I always look at the market. I always analyze. I'm very overanalyzing stuff. So when and this is when we talk about some of the other subjects in this whole thing. So when the Travis Scott Air Trainer 1, Travis Scott Jordan 1 fragments came out, right? Before that, Jordan 1s were sitting. Like you start to see a pattern. Jordan 1s will start to sit, and then over here, by the way, over here in the UK. This is why I can analyze this, because I'm the forefront of not like non hype and collaboration. So I can for the US is a very US is carnivorous in terms of sneakers. It is eat everything up, and everything outside is because that's why it's a very consumerism state. And when you look at around the world, it's totally different. So when I saw that, and then I saw the Travis Scott Jordan 1 fragments sell out and be ridiculous because it was super limited, I thought, okay, cool, that's fine. That's one collaboration sneaker. But then from then on, everything Jordan 1 just sat. Everything sat. Pollens, bro. I had like 7 pollens in my hand.
Yeah.
I had 7 pollens in my hand, and I was like, yo, take. Here you go, everybody that wants to take.
You still got like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, I got 2 of them. I've mashed up one at the back there. Right there is I'm doing custom on it.
I remember.
So I'm thinking, all right, bang, sit. And then like everybody, like right this moment in time is exactly the same time that a patent bread, everyone was talking about the patent bread ones, and everybody's now talking about the Chicago ones. And I'm saying the same thing. I'm saying the same thing, the same energy right this moment in time. And
I want to believe you. But I don't.
Bro. It's not gonna be a patent bread one situation, but it's going to be a sneaker that you can get if you put it in for it. Trust me when I say this. So at the same time last year, everybody had the same energy for the patent bread ones. Same kind of like, yo, this is coming out. We're gonna get this. This is gonna be super limited. I was like, you know what? All the Jordan 1, there's no hype left for the Jordan 1s because they're sitting like crazy. And then come around every single Jordan 1 since then has been sitting. Patent bread ones came out. A lot of people, I got my pair. I got E a pair. You got your pairs as well, E and Q.
No.
Do you not get a pair?
No.
Oh, come on, bro. How do you not get a pair of those patent bread ones?
They're hard to get over here.
Okay, cool. So
that's why I always have a contradiction to what you're saying sometimes, because here and it's state to state here. It's not like, the UK is the UK.
Yeah.
You got the way y'all culture is set up is totally like it's. Of course, there's gonna be similarities. A sneakerhead is a sneakerhead, no matter where you're from, no matter. And we finding out from Kevin, like no matter how old you are, no matter your circumstances, a sneakerhead is a sneakerhead. We know we got different types of sneakerheads, but the culture difference from the UK to the US, like you said, is carnivorous here, and that's the mindset that I have to maintain. Even now, I think
that's gonna change.
I walked in the store recently, and there were Marinas on the shelf, retail.
Yep.
And were Brotherhoods on the shelf. There were the yellow 13s. What's the name? I can't remember.
Were they Del Sols?
The Del Sols.
Oh, so yeah,
Del Sols sitting on the shelf. So being able, it makes me feel good to see that again. But I think it's going to still be a while before it get back to the way it was in 2017,
a couple of
which
years.
is the way.
Couple of years.
Yeah, which is the way that you seeing it now. Because I can remember last year and earlier this year, especially during the holidays when the dunk craze really hit, when they was doing the different variations of the dunks, you were able to walk in stores and pick up retail pairs. Like the acid dunks sat crazy over there.
There's still pairs. There's still pairs here, bro.
Exactly. And they starting to restock now because Nike is seeing Nike and other companies because collabs like Asics, the Asics collab, the Asics Gel 3 Light collabs, bro. A lot of them shits be so dope, man. Like I ain't pulled the trigger yet. I want to, but it's something about that split tongue that I don't like on the Gel 3. But a lot of collabs, bro. New Balance collabs. The Ame Leon Dore 550s. Restocking.
Also the J Down 990s.
Yep, J Down. Like so much stuff is starting to be available now. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to that mindset that you're not gonna be able to get it. So you're gonna have to try as hard as you can.
I will tell you why I still have that mentality. This is why I don't sleep. If you wanna sneaker, don't sleep. If you want to sneaker, don't sleep. But like come around the pattern bread just before the pattern bread's release. And Q's witness this my mystique powers. Like the mystique navies. I said in November, bro. What did I say in November? I'll let you say it.
Well, first you said because that was do you remember last year when all the pushbacks hit? Like everything, the date was changing. The whole fall collection got pushed into this year. Like we were supposed to get J5s last year. All that stuff got pushed back. So we thought initially,
Mamma mia.
right. We thought initially that the patent breads, or should I say TJ initially thought that the patent breads were going to get pushed back. But here in the States, they didn't come off the calendar. So I believe they was going to release it. You didn't believe they was going to release because of the story. I remember that being a big conversation for us for at least a few weeks. You know, because it was supposed to come Black Friday and they missed that because of the pushback. But they ended up dropping it anyway for New Year's, and we got a million restocks, and every time we got a restock,
because I thought the conversation at that point was, and it's really interesting when you hooked in, when you lived into it, because it's supposed to come out on Black Friday, it didn't come out on Black Friday, and I thought, you know what, the only time I think they'll release it is basically All-Star Weekend, because it makes sense, because All-Star Weekend make a special sneaker like the patent bread ones. So it didn't happen, but it came in between, which was like January time. Like December 31st is when I got my pair. Oh no, just before Christmas I got my pair, and everybody else started getting their pairs in January, and it kind of restocked. That was one prediction that kind of semi came true, but there was so many pushbacks that was easy predictable. There's one more, bro.
What?
There's one more prediction I said in November time last year, October, November time, about the Jordan 1.
We're gonna start seeing.
No. And in October, November time, I saw that Jordan 1s were sitting, and I clearly said on one of the lives on our Straight to the Toe, Instagram, that's not longer there, but Scott was privy to it. I said the only way they are going to revive this hype. Go on, you can say it.
Chicago back. Yeah, and they did.
and we said, and then even like. Yeah,
because we all thought we was gonna be a few more years away. Like we was all saying like maybe 23, 24, and you was like, nah, they gonna bring it back next year, probably for holiday season. And you was right.
But like I sat there, and a lot of people were paying Joe, imagine this, Kevin. Like you're sitting there as a sneakerhead, and you're thinking, you know what? These patent breads are coming out. They're about £600 before, like 2 weeks before the release, and somebody's telling you, don't pay that pre-sale. Do not pay that pre-sale. Do not pay that resale. You get them. Would you believe it if somebody said that?
In today's world, no, not at all.
I kept saying that.
That releases that I can think I can get.
Yeah.
No matter the shoe, just because of how resale market is now. Because with collabs, I feel like exclusivity makes the price so high. That's what makes me drive for it. And with resellers, if I can snag 40, 50 pairs and make a general release exclusive, I can charge you more. And that's why I think they shove so many collabs on our throat now. General releases, it's hard to make them because everybody wants to collab that shoe, because I don't understand what's the difference between the the Travis Scott Jordan 1 fragments. What's the difference between the original? Because they made it with Jordan 1.5 fragments. It's literally no different except the sole. It's the two sole. It's the same shoe, but the Travis Scott is 3 times as much. The fragment 3s, those bricked hard, and it was still a nice shoe. I just feel like, I don't know, it's just weird now. It's like it's like people lost respect for sneakers because sneakers shouldn't sit. They should sell out. That's a good thing. But like, I don't understand. People love twos just because Virgin Off-White did a two collab. You couldn't catch no one 5 years ago.
That's a valid point, bro. Kevin, that's a valid point, because basically it's really funny. It's really funny that Jordan Brand sitting in right this moment in time are scared to release a 2 as a GR and like a normal sneaker. They're bricking it. They're bricking it because they know at this moment. Look, what's the only 2 they're releasing that's a normal 2 without collaboration?
The Chicago,
and it's coming in full. It's coming in full. Chicago. And it's hype. But it's hype.
I believe, and I'm hoping, because I actually like 2s. I like the highs and I like the lows. I want to see more 2 colorways. Now, how many of those colorways will I buy is a question of what the colorway is.
Yeah.
I would buy a Mellow 2.
A Mellow, I feel like they could do so much more. Like the Radio Raheem's was a nice shoe. If Radio Raheem, because technically the black and blue version is kind of like a Radio Raheem low. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
All these wild colors, black, kind of took the royal colorway and put some extra colors in it.
Yeah.
I just upon it, and it takes it to a whole different level.
Yeah.
That's the perspective. That's the perspective of somebody that appreciates colorways in a different way. When it comes to height, it don't matter. You know what I mean? No. It could be the ugliest thing, which brings me back to that Travis Scott 270, bro. That 270 silhouette, there were like 2 colorways of the GR colorways that I liked. Other than that, it was kind of a bad silhouette in a way. Like that's a casual person's shoe. That's not a sneakerhead shoe. And yeah, they sell hella pairs of that shoe to this day. But did the Travis Scott 270 contribute to that? No, because the people that buy that shoe every day don't know it's a Travis Scott.
No. All I'm gonna say is, Jordan Brand, put your nutsack bracket crack on the rack and make sure you release the Jordan 2 right back, because like literally, they are scared to release a normal Jordan 2. Like, bro. Come on now. Chanel Abney, Jordan 2. You got Mason Chatterrogue, Jordan 2. You got basically you got the off-white Jordan 2 that released last year. Come on, bros. Release a normal 2 and see if your nutsacks get chopped off with that non-resale.
They will.
Come on.
Listen, so let's analyze the wave, right? We got the paddle ones. We got the concept ones. We got the Travis ones.
Yeah.
Air Max 1 is a different beast, right, in itself. Then they give us collabs. After they gave us remasters, the last 2 years they was giving us remasters, the ones with the small swoosh on the front.
Yeah.
And those are dope.
Wait until the big window. Wait until the big window comes out. The Air Max 1 big window.
It's the wave. They continue in the wave because with the Matter route and the tree line. You know what I'm saying? They keeping these the Air Max Day one, the blue ones, the wasabi, the wabi sabi. You know what I'm saying? Like
they're nice. Wabi sabis.
They keeping that moving. Now let's analyze the wave of Jordans. You see the patterns from the Travis Scott 4. Everybody loving 4s again. When the hype hit on the Travis Scott 4, now we getting all the 4s that we really want, right? For the most part.
But
off-white 5s. Now we get 7 different colorways of Jordan 5 every year.
They're sitting like there's, and that's for a while. I think like it's going to be quite interesting to see what happens with different silhouettes, because at the moment the hype's dead on the ones, the hype's dying on SBs. The fours is the hype at the moment, which I think it's going to be very kind of
four.
It's not going to live.
What you got, Kim?
It's disgusting how people treat Jordan 4s nowadays.
Oh my God, I love it.
Because no way I don't know in what universe can you tell me that a Black Cat 4 is better than a Bread 4?
Come on, bro.
In my opinion, the Black Cat 4 is nothing special about a Black Cat. In my opinion, the Black Cat 3 is better than, more detailed and better than the Black Cat 4.
Come on.
You can't beat it, bro.
That is Jordan Cheese. But no way you can tell me that a Black Cat 4, and it's just the hype behind it. You know, they got TikTokers on it, all the, the icon telling you, the dunks, the Black Cat Jordan 4, this is the shoe that you want.
Bro.
Yeah. No. And you know what? It's the valuation, because basically those bread 4s are literally going for like £400 here, and black cats are going for 800 in my size. So that it's the valuation. But I always like to drop some facts and figures. So I'm going to say this. One of the massive facts of the day was the Air. We were just talking about Air Max 1s, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So basically, you probably know this. All the guys, Air Max guys, probably know this. When Tinker did the Air Max 1, or the see-through bubble, as you know, they basically Nike wasn't convinced that it would be, or Nike weren't excited that it was going to be a line that was going to take off. The Air Max line was going to take off because they didn't know if a visible air unit was necessary, or it basically. Yeah, they basically thought it was a gimmick, and they basically thought like, okay, cool. Well, I don't understand this. What it's exposed. You could puncture it, all of that stuff. They was like not with the vibe. So this shows you how much Tinker Hatfield was massively advanced of his time, like to come up with the idea. And like, if you didn't know Tinker, he was obviously an architect, wasn't he? More or less, and he kind of integrated that into sneakers. Yeah. So when you talk about a person that actually knows stuff and knows designs and architects, and when you looked at a building that was almost like a see-through building, you can see the construction work from the outside to the inside. He used that for the air bubble to show the inside of the sneaker outside, so it kind of gave it a new vibe, new kind of expression. And bro, like a magic in it. Magic things happen.
It is a gimmick. It's the greatest gimmick in sneaker history. Is what it is.
Bro, let's. But we're still in the pickup phase, aren't we? Because have you picked up any other sneakers this week?
I ain't picked up nothing this week. I took 2 L's on sneakers that I probably wouldn't have in hand at this moment anyway. So I tried for the Air Max Penny ones, Orlando. They sold out in less than a minute on DTLR. DTLR was the only place to drop them. which was unfortunate. And I ended up stopping by a couple stores on my way home Friday, and they didn't get them in store. And I tried for the Mystic Navies and took a roll of features on those.
So, I mean, to still change those L's round to W's, bro. But we were just talking about Jordan 4s, and Kevin was saying how disrespectful they're doing Jordan 4s, but this was a pickup this week.
Red 4. It's a clean shoe, but those are shitty.
They sitting. Yep. Wait, you seen them sitting?
Yeah, they was in Cumberland Mall. They only had a couple sizes, but still, they're still in there.
Yeah.
And then, well, I know where I go to school at in Statesboro, Georgia, 3 hours south of Atlanta. You can really catch a shoe out there. Now, they sell out way slower than they do in Atlanta, just because when a small country town, you higher chance of getting a shoe, and they restock more often.
So I'm gonna. So the infrared force, a beautiful colorway. I think it pays really good tribute to the green gloves. 100%.
Yeah,
it is a really nice colorway, and it goes well with a lot. And I was glad to see a lot of other people put it straight to feet because it deserves to go straight to feet. But I'll tell you a funny story, and this actually happened this Friday. So the sneaker came out last week, so Saturday, and this is where I copped, and I couldn't show on the Shoe Dog. I couldn't show on the 23rd episode because it came this week, just gone. So a week on, me and my girlfriend went to Foot Locker, and we was like, okay, cool, let's go and see what's. She wanted to pick up some items from the mall, and then I was like, cool, let's go. Foot Locker's there, so we walked into Foot Locker, and the infrared 4s were sitting right at the top there, and I was like, "Oh damn! Let me take a picture." As soon as I took my camera out, these kids came round, picked up the sneaker, went to the Foot Locker employee and said, "Can I get my size?" I think it was a size 10 or 11 US. And the guy goes, "Oh no, sorry. Let me just check." And then check, and that sneaker was the only sneaker left in the store for that size, and that was size 13. And this Foot Locker doesn't get pairs. I'm talking does not get pairs of sneakers at all. Right,
really?
And they since I got the Obsidians there, and they don't get sneakers like the Obsidians came out like 4 years ago. They don't get sneakers. They have not been getting sneakers like they used to. So I thought, okay, cool. The guy goes, okay, I'll find my other pair from somewhere else. The Foot Locker employee grabbed the guy and said, "You might as well take this." Because what do you mean? You might as well take this size 13. Because you can get money for it. Bro, this guy literally, this Foot Locker employee is literally saying, take the sneaker and resell it. Go sell it. And you'll get money for it. So, bro, like, are you struggling a week on to sell your pairs of sneakers? Are you really struggling to sell a US 13 that's sat there?
That's immoral. That is frowned upon by the sneaker gods. May he never buy another retail pair because he's encouraging. You work at bro, and I get it, right? I get it. The back door is open.
Yeah, but you ironically,
you own the sales floor, encouraging resale behavior.
Yep. And you know what?
Flag on the play. Flag on the play, bro. This red sneaker is dedicated to all you dumbass sneaker retail employees that actually you're gonna encourage resale to a person that's trying to get their size and put it on their foot. How dare you? That's blasphemy. That is sneaker blasphemy. The sneaker gods don't love you. Well, maybe they love you just because they're sneaker gods, and God's supposed to love the people they create. But shame on you. Shame.
And obviously, these guys basically checked on the StockX app and kind of worked out with the sizes, and so you basically introduced somebody else to kind of buying sneakers for resale, to resell. So, but ironically, bro, like I'm pretty sure Foot Locker had these for call and collect on that Saturday, on that the week before. And then you're telling me people didn't pick up the infrared 4s because they basically saw the resale from 300 drop down to 200. So there's no value in this, so we're not gonna pick this up, and then left them. Yeah.
It's bad how the culture, how the reselling has become a new normal. It made the sneaker game sour because nothing is for you. It's looked into it as an investment. Like I done seen real sneakerheads that was collectors turn into resellers just because you can make a quick dollar. But it's like how you pass on certain shoes. It's like you don't respect the game anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's bad.
That's unfortunate for sure.
All right, so I agree with you, Kevin. 100% agree with you, Blake. It's got twisted to a point, and this is why I always pick up sneakers for other people for retail, because basically, if you can't get them, if I'd known Q, like honest to God, if I'd known Q and he couldn't get the patent breads, and I didn't realize you didn't have a patent bread one, because I had like 4 or 5 in my hand to give to other people for retail.
I knew you had them. Like I was watching the reels every day when you
should have told me, bro. You should have told me. I would have got it.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you about that. I saw them early. I saw fakes. I saw real pairs early, and I realized I didn't want it because I liked it. I wanted it because of what it is. I wanted it because it was a bread. If it was a matte finish or semi-gloss finish bread, I would have wanted it. I would have went a little harder for it.
Okay, so you basically was a reserved kind of purchase. If you got it, you would have got it. If I had it in my collection right now, I can't say I would have worn it by now. Yeah, but
that's not a statement to say, because I got shoes that I love that I ain't worn yet, right? But it wasn't a priority for me. After I didn't get it initially,
yeah,
my excitement for it died, and there wasn't that much excitement to start with.
Yeah. But all I'm gonna say is if Q told me he wanted a pair, he would have a pair right this moment in time.
He lied.
No. You know, bro, what the hell? You're getting this for that because you know me already, bro. You're getting a yellow for that.
Yeah, actually, that's how me and TJ met. Shout out to Mr. V. Mr. V. Vaughn is he's local to us. He actually lived somewhere around me in Decatur. Sneakerhead, active on YouTube. Well, he not YouTube, Instagram. He was a lot more active back then than he is now. But shout out to Mr. V always.
Shout out.
We need to get Mr. V. We need to get Mr. V on the podcast too. But the Jordan 5 K54 is the reason why I know TJ. Because that shoe was a UK Europe exclusive release.
Yeah.
And so I saw Mr. V talking to this guy with an accent that I don't know, and on a live. And I asked Mr. V, I said, hey, do you know anybody in Europe that I can probably source this shoe through? And he gave me 2 names, one of which was TJ. And now TJ is like my best friend and shit.
No, but that was quite an interesting story because I actually copped for you and I actually copped for Mr. Miller. Yeah. And both of it didn't work out. Like I'm talking, it did not work out for me to get the sneaker. By the way, I got taxed on it as well, and that's what made it even worse because I got taxed 50% on one, and it came up to 70 pounds on service. Yeah, 50% on one. It came out to 70 pounds on top of the sneaker purchase, and then I was like, bro, I'm not gonna let you pay this £300 sneaker.
He refused to sell me the shoe because he knew how much more it would have cost me. versus buying it resale.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, to just give the alley-oop slam dunk, I sent Q the collect price for it, which was way cheaper than I could get it. I was like, "Yo, bro, take that instead. I'll live with the consequences of what I've just done. just take that."
Check this out, Kevin. You know about exchange rate, right?
Yeah.
So the exchange rate on dollars versus pounds is $1 for $1 for TJ is $1.25 for us, right? So, you keep doing the math, you get up to $200 that you paying $40-$50 extra. You know what I mean? So with that, plus where he got the shoe from, which you got it from Europe, right? You didn't get it from inside the UK.
No.
So he had to pay extra taxes just to get it from Europe because it's euros and pounds.
Yeah.
And then, Brexit and all that bullshit fucked up the game over there. and fuck Brexit. So
this is everybody that believes in Brexit.
Fuck Brexit. So he had to pay extra to get the shoe himself. Plus, the shipping would have been like $80 to get it to me. Which, in all fairness, he giving me the shoe for the price that he paid for it, and I'm paying the shipping because I want the shoe. Yeah. So I would have ended up paying about $400 to get that shoe. And on Collect, which is the European version of StockX, pretty much, I ended up paying like $310.
Yeah.
And the retail was $225, which would have been $243 for me over here paying the county tax. So, and I didn't have access, or did I? I think I had access to one release. I think it was In Clothing.
Yeah.
And because In Clothing is a European company, it's not a UK company.
No. And Clothing is a UK company. It's the base is in Newcastle.
So why do I pay more on In Clothing than I do on any other Europeans? Like BSTN is cheaper.
I don't know.
Is cheaper than
I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know about that. I do not know about why N Clothing, but N Clothing is a UK brand.
Okay, because the Jordan 4 Sashiko was $225, which is $243 for me here. On BSTN, I ended up paying $280.
Okay.
Because of shipping, it was like $30-something shipping.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man, but yeah, TJ saved me, and I got my pair, and they are legit. And I love them shits to death.
Yeah, I refuse to send it to Q. I was like, bro, I'm not gonna pay you. I'm gonna make you pay this £400 or $400. That's ridiculous. Like, let me find you a pair that actually works for you. This is yeah, and I do not. This is why I always help out other people, because I don't like it when people resell sneakers to people I know as well. But
so
another
Kevin,
release.
You resell, right? You're a reseller, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't technically call myself. Well, I sell you, so.
But you do a restoration, right?
Yeah, a restoration resale.
Okay.
If I don't want it, if it's not my size, if it's not my size, I don't want it. I sell it.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right,
okay,
cool.
So you guys mentioned legitness a lot. So, what are you guys' views on the StockX thing? Do you guys continue to shop with StockX?
Fuck StockX.
They're getting this. StockX is getting his red sneaker. We're giving sneakers out left, right, and center today. Red sneaker for StockX. Oh, by the way, the fact that carry on, Kevin. I'll make my point after you finish.
How do you guys feel about everything like with reps going around with legit checking? Have you guys seen like the eBay legit checking?
Bro, the little chick.
Yeah, I just can't see that being real, in my opinion.
Bruh, she moving way too fast. First of all, listen, okay. If you work at McDonald's, that don't mean you're a burger expert. If you work at a sneaker store, that don't make you a sneakerhead. Two things can be true. You can be a sneakerhead and work at a sneaker store, but I'm a sneakerhead. I don't work at Foot Locker. I go in Foot Locker and I know way more than people that work in that motherfucker. Same thing with StockX. Me, you, or TJ could legit check a sneaker way better than probably the average person that work at StockX, because the average person that work at StockX might not have 100 pairs or 40 pairs or even 15 pairs of sneakers that they're not a part of the community. You know, they don't cover release. They don't know release dates and colorways and you know, it's a job. You do your job because you need this check.
All right. On that note, I'm gonna say one thing. Have you ever tried calling Nike call center?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Kevin shook his head no, but I'll give you a story. So I lost the grade 5s in the post, and they eventually turned up, and I got it for free. Long story short, but the middle of the story is, they're sold out. Called up Nike call center and said, "Wait, you know where my package is for these grade 5s?" And they were like, "Sorry, we can't find it. It's lost in transit. Lost in transit. Blah this, blah that." And she goes, "Let me try and put an order in for you again." I laughed. I was like, "These are limited. these are limited. Like, not limited, but they're sold out. You ain't gonna put an order in for it." They like, if you want a perspective of how it is for anybody that works at Nike that doesn't know sneakers, that's the prime example. And some I called size once or size. Yeah, this is crazy. So I went and called size and asked them. I called one of the other foot sites I'm not going to mention because I don't really fuck with them anymore, like, properly. Yeah, bro. I called them and I said to them, "Yo, are you getting these midnight Navy 6s tomorrow? Or not, actually, on the release date. Have you got these midnight Navy 6s sitting in your store?" "No, we don't have them. Sorry." Okay, cool. I drove in the area anyway. Went to another foot size, picked up my pairs, asked them about the taxi 8s. They said they're not getting them. Walked back out, went into the store I just called. They were sitting on a shelf.
Bro,
I was like, UMFs, pretty much.
I got two quick ones for you. So this was the first time it happened to me that brought me to the thought process that I have now. For Orlando 10s, I see them on the website, right? There's the pickup option. You know, purchase and pick them up. You buy them online and pick them up at store. Pretty much a reservation. So I'm like, nah, let me double check. Cause I know how this shit go. Call the store. No, I'm lying. Stop lying. That's the second story with the phone call. I go to the store because I see them on the website, right? I go to the store and I ask the chick that working there, "Y'all got the Orlando 10s?" She said, "The what?" I said, "The Jordan 10 Orlando." She said, "What they look like?" "You work at Finish Line. What you mean what they look like? You don't know what a Jordan 10 look like, but you work at the shoe store. I don't want to talk to you now." I pull up the picture. Hold on.
She literally said, "I don't want to talk to you because I don't know my sneakers."
No. That's what I'm thinking when she said that. I wish she would have. I went, man, look. And she a little young chick, right? I can't remember what she had on. But I mean, that's a telltale thing too. When you walk in the sneaker store, look at what the person you're talking to has on their feet. You don't want to talk to a person that's really wearing GRs if you're finna ask about something that's not a GR. You know, if that person wearing Air Max SEs, you might not want to ask them about the new Jordan 1 that's coming out. So, long story short, I ended up ordering a pair from a different store, and I got more Orlando 10s. But just the other day, when I'm looking for the Air Max pennies, I go into the one DTLR store and I ask somebody physically there, y'all get them penny ones that came out today? He said, the what? I said, the Air Max Penny 1. Oh, no, we ain't getting no new releases today. He didn't know what the fuck I was talking about.
But see, that's the thing with like people of our generation. They only care about what's hype. I don't think they go back. Like when it comes to King Griffey, E-Max, Penny, even Phone Pods, it's like it wasn't a part of our growing up. That wasn't a popular shoe, so they don't care, but it still plays a big part into the sneaker culture. Like, you got your Air Trainer 1. So thinking of Air Trainer, it's always the big thing with the Yeezy Air, the Yeezy Air. But they don't think about the Air Trainer 3s, the Bo Jacksons. Those are still huge. I don't think people care. I don't think people care about the history.
Is it like that? Like the sneakerheads that you know that are your age, is that the general perception for you? Like, is that what you see on the regular? Not just casual, or is it a mix? Like, does the casual person know what the hype shit is, but they don't know what the like you brought these up to me yesterday, and I was surprised. I ain't gonna lie, I was surprised when you brought it up. Where is it? You brought these up to me. For you to be 19 years old and bring this shoe up to me as something that you want for your collection. I'm gonna
and you know what? The more I'm knowing, the more Kevin talks, the more I'm like, yo, you ain't a young sneakerhead, bro. You got like a veteran sneakerhead mind on your shoulders, and it's great to see, because this is how, to me personally, this is how I imagine a young sneaker to be, like Kevin. But like, unfortunately, what happens is some people get diluted in the whole the aspect of like, oh, I want the hype stuff. I want the stuff that everybody else is getting. I want the exclusive stuff, and unfortunately, that's a big thing in terms of what we go through as people. Because there's some people, like, I'm gonna be honest with what I'm gonna say, because sometimes you gotta be honest and clear with what you say. There's some people that are meant to be sheeps. There's some people that are meant to be actual individuals. And that's the two types of sneakers that you got right this moment in time. There's the sheep that jump the most to get the hypest, and there's the individuals that just get what they want because they like it.
And see, for me, right, I'm gonna just speak for myself. When I get on my Instagram, I got the best of both sides, right? Because I'm on the ground level with the people that we just love sneakers, right? Different colorways. You about to get us copyright struck. the people that buy GRs and we try to get the hype stuff. People like me, like, I just love sneakers. I love certain silhouettes in general. Like the 5 is my favorite. It depends on the colorway, but most of the time I'm gonna like a 5 just because I love 5s. But then there's the people that they just, as long as it's popular, it's cool. They're not really sneakerheads. They're not gonna rock a He Got Game because the He Got Game came out 5 years ago. I pull out a He Got Game right now. I know who's a sneakerhead based on who says what to me about that shoe. You know what I'm saying? If I get into a conversation with a person that's not a sneakerhead about the shoe that I got on, they don't really care about what I'm talking about. But when I tell them I'm wearing a 5-year-old shoe and they're like, damn, that looks like it's brand new. It's a fucking He Got Game. Who got He Got Game? People beat their stuff away. I don't beat my stuff because I'm a collector. He Got Game is a... if I had a fucking 20... If I had an OG pair of He Got Games, it would mean more than the recent release, right? Because it's an OG pair. We know that.
Yeah.
The average person don't know that. They not valuing this stuff. They not coveting this stuff. I spent $200 on a pair of shoes. You damn right I want to have that motherfucker be able to wear it as long as I can. I'm going to keep it clean. I'm going to try to keep it looking nice as long as I can. I'm not beating it up. I'm not going to hoop in it. I'm not going to hike in it. I'm not going to the gym in it. No. That's not my perspective. And I know there are sneakerheads that do beat their stuff. They think about it. It's a shoe. It's a tool. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's necessary. You gotta have shoes on when you go outside. You be fucked up, right?
I like it's very convoluted because basically I'm not having a dig at people that kind of want to exclusive stuff but to me personally, like what gripes me the most is people that diss a sneaker 1 minute and jump on it the next minute because there's hype behind it, and then that irks me the most because like you weren't saying that a couple of weeks back, but now you've got it now you know, and you know what the way envy and hate is a massive thing because if you haven't got something you're gonna diss it because you haven't got it, but then when you get it you're like, yo, this is the best thing in the world. This is like crack cocaine mixed in fucking gold. Like, come on.
Yo,
come on.
Yeah, it just I think it all goes just back to respect just for the sneaker, just the sneaker in general, just sneaker game in general. Like, my definition of hype is way different from what hype is now. Like, Travis,
break that down. Please break that down.
Yeah.
My opinion, like, Scott, the J Brown, all those that's not hype to me. The hype to me was because that's to a point they're not that exclusive. Like, what is hype to me is like a Do the Right Thing 3. Do you remember the Do the Right Thing 4s? It was 2 colorways.
Shout out to you, bro.
It was the black green, the white green, and it was that there. Though that's real hype to me. Or like the Ben 9, kind of with like the stamp, how you got that in the intro.
Yeah.
That is real hype to me because it's rare. The quality was way better. It has a story to it. A Travis doesn't have a story along to it.
Yeah. And you know what it is. You're talking the same thing we talk about every week. History, reputation builds everything beyond that, and everything is based on that. Without the history, without the recognition of what the sneaker did, what it was about, and how it came about, you will not have any of the sneakers that you have with the hype stuff. And the thing is, what you're talking about, Kevin, isn't hype, it's heat. And this is where people get mixed feelings or mixed about it. It's like what is heat and what is hype is different in realistic terms for us, but for other people it's mixed together because what is heat was hype, and then that's where people get mixed up. And what you just mentioned, bro, is this, and I'm gonna go back to this and right this moment in time because I see it massively. Right now, I'm gonna show you what another sneaker I picked up yesterday. And Q is gonna go not again because like literally, yo.
That's the green one, right?
Yeah. Let me take the.
Yeah, that color. Ooh.
That kind of remind me like the turbo greens.
Yo, yeah. You're the second person to say that. You're the second person to say that because he said, yo, that looked like the Turbo Green Air 21. This is a dope sneaker.
So
and you know what? This
hand, bro. It look white or gray, like.
Yo. Look, bro. Look at that.
No, this is Trainer Man right here. You talking to Trainer Man, Kev? Like this.
No. I'm not Trainer Man.
You are. You're Trainer Man.
I'm gonna
I know you want to give it. I know you want to give it to Mr. Miller. I don't care. I know Mr. Miller is a trainer guy too, but yeah, you have taken the throne of Trainer Man.
Yo, I'm gonna say
like 9 pairs of trainers this year.
You got chlorophyll trainers?
Hey,
you got the chlorophylls?
Yeah, I've got somewhere. Yo, bro. Yo, you got me start. You got me start. One thing I'm gonna say. This is a little review. This sneaker makes me sad for the others. I'm gonna tell you why. This sneaker makes me. Where the hell is it? Hold on, 2 seconds.
You got the chlorophylls. You got the navies. You got the photons. They got both the Travises. They got all three of the SPs. The smoke gray, the coriander, and the honeydew.
Yo, don't even get me started, bro. Like, I've won nearly one of them. Yo, bro, these are on sale. Oh shit! Ooh. These are on sale at this moment in time, bro. These are on sale at this moment in time. This is a dope, and I've worn these. I've worn these as well. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna tell you what I kind of. Let me just pull my camera back up again. I'm gonna tell you what sneakers dropping everywhere. So I'm gonna tell you what I feel. Why I'm a bit sad. See the quality on the OGs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is so much more different to on this than the quality on the OGs, and it makes me sad because I wish the quality on the OGs was like this, because like, bro, this quality is crazy. This is like a sneaker. Like, I wish that was exactly the same on the OGs. Like, the quality is crazy on this. Like, I'm gonna try. Let me just take the slide down. Hold on. Look. Look at that. That's short hair, but like, bro, like you see if you see, look at that. It's ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous.
Yeah, and that looks nice.
And I'm like, and that is good. I'm not even joking. And you know the funny thing, I showed E. he was like, let me know when that goes on sale. But yeah, midnight navies. I got midnight navies here.
Yeah, every trainer that released this year, and he does literally.
I'm like, yo, bro, like, I shot, yo, that Nike on the back is dope, bro.
You know,
shout to Mr. Miller for that, bro.
I wish you were into trainers when the SB version of that chlorophyll came out about two, maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah, they
got an SB version. You would have run that shit.
I feel like, and you know what's really funny? What is really, really funny about it is, by the way, the Photon Grays. This is such a wearable sneaker. Such a wearable sneaker. Just put it on with anything, and you're good to go.
Too much white, bro.
Hey?
Too much white, man.
No, in hand it's not too much white. In hand, like, let me give you that off. Look at that, bro. It's not too much white.
This is my opinion.
And you know what? I'm so glad that I got into the Air Trainer ones and Air Trainer SCs as well, because basically it gave me much more of appreciation. And I always got to pay tribute to where it's due, and Mr. Miller just got me into like putting these on feet. And I've rocked pretty much every single one of these, except for maybe the corianders and dark smoke grays. I even ironically, I'm so glad that there's no hype with the Air Trainer 1 Travis Scott's, because when I saw it in hand, I was like, yo, I need that. I really do need that, because it's so nice in hand. Definitely nice sneaker in hand.
Yeah, that was a great thing for you, and that's the difference, because you can find certain sizes here. I've seen certain sizes sitting online, but you wouldn't be able to just walk in the store and get your size like he was able to a week or two after the release.
But it's really funny. Some company put up a post about the Air Trainer 1. Those enamel green. They call it enamel green. I thought it was something else, but these enamel greens actually were like posted up. Everybody, they was like, "Yo, go and get these. These are available." And bro, that Nike with the orange takes dope. It sets it off.
The OG logo.
Yeah. OG logo, bro.
So since
you gotta love that OG logo, bro. It don't matter what color the shoe is.
What is you guys' grill shoe? What is your top grill shoe you don't have?
Grill?
Q already knows mine.
Number one grill, yeah. You would you DB5?
No.
No?
Black metallic 5s.
Grill?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's that's my favorite sneaker. I was just about to ask you that too, Kevin. That's my favorite sneaker ever, the black metallic Jordan 5. To me, that's the best sneaker ever. But my number one grill would have to be the Ben 5 because it's a super premium black metallic 5, and with that wax stamp on the back. I mean, I did the wax stamp Shoot Dog Podcast logo because of the Ben 5. And we know a guy that actually had 2 pairs. Shout out to Cam. 2 pairs of Ben 5s. Like, bro, you doing too much. I don't want to talk to you. You hate my collection. You got 2 grills.
All right, my first one is the Shattered Backboard ones.
Yeah, that's probably 2 or 3 for me.
Now my second one is the Ginger 14s, but I think they're
coming up. They're coming
this year.
The scare is how good of quality the OGs are. Would the retros, would they match that? Because that's kind of like with the Lightning 4s, how good the Thunders were. The Lightnings really didn't match that same quality. It was still a good shoe, but the Thunders was still a better quality than the Lightning. That's what kind of scares me with Grail shoes and Shattered Backboards. They kind of just playing with it now. You know, like the 3.0s and the mids. You know, it's kind of like.
I'm not excited about those women's starfish. I'm glad I'm just glad it's for the women because basically that just looks like the Shattered Backboard 2.0, but like for the women's. Yeah.
It's ugly to me. I don't like that brown color they put on there, and it's too much orange to me. Like they did too much with the colorway. The
saturation of it.
Experiment with colors was kind of like the Brotherhoods. I think they tried to experiment with that pinkish purple.
Yeah.
But because I'm guessing if it would have done well, another shoe would have probably had it.
Magenta. That's what it is. Matter of fact, I got them right here.
All right.
What's your favorite silhouette, Kim?
Well, I say 3s.
Oh yeah, you are.
You guys say the most underrated silhouette is though.
Underrated silhouette.
2s.
Yeah.
15.
15s?
15s.
See, we talking real sneakerhead talk right
15s, now. 15s is so hard to get for a decent price or good enough quality, but 15s, in my opinion, is the best spring and summer shoe. That is the best.
Oh my God.
To match.
That is a hot take right there, boy. This man got a different brain.
In my
He like that Michael Jordan tongue sticking out. That's why.
Lifestyle shoes with basketball 15s is the perfect mixture because they look good just wearing with a casual fit, and you can also wear them on the court. But 15s, because you know it's always that 1 through 14, but 15s also great too.
Kevin? So do you believe that they should release like more outside the 1 to 14 range?
Yes.
I believe
in my opinion, because it's all a business. I think that since it's always just 1 through 14, I think Jordan Brand knows that. That's why they don't release many.
Yeah. I think
16s and 18s, bro. I need 16s and 18s. I need some of them. So I get they got it.
Would you wear the 16 without the shroud though?
Fuck right. That's the only way to wear it to me.
I like they did a little release of the 18s a couple of years back. They brought the Toros back.
Yeah, there was the Royal and the Breads they brought back.
100%. I
hate to underappreciate it, but sometimes I feel like Jordan Brand, they play like with the colorways of the 8s. They're too funky and all over the place. Like you can keep it simple with your bread, Chicago. You don't got to go everywhere with it. Like how simple? Like you keep it just simple. Like the simple, all black shoe, chrome detailing. It's simple. The bug is simple.
Imagine if they released the actual red suede 2021s again.
Bro, them was tough. That was.
I want that. I wanted them to re-release that. I don't think there'll be no hype for that in the UK, but
that's the only 21. That's the only 21 you really see on social media is that red suede.
I love the black midsole, that black midsole to outsole to midsole, then that red suede all the way through. That is a dope colorway. Yeah. And on that, bro, on that note, I'm gonna basically put you to the challenge, bro. Kevin, it's about time we did this. Is lose, choose, or dump. Lose, choose, or dump. And you got three choices, and one of them is you lose it. That means you give it to everybody else. You choose it. That means everybody gets it, including yourself. You dump it. You erase it out of history, and you basically say no, thank you, no, thank you very much. Right?
Like, it don't even exist no more.
Cool. Okay, cool. So now there's two of these variations for you, bro. I'm gonna say lose, choose, or dump. Casual, streetwear, high-end fashion.
Okay, dump high-end fashion.
No, don't give me that Dior. Don't give me that Gucci. Don't give me that Mason Margiela.
You see why I love this dude?
What's the choices? Because I know how fast you.
Casual, streetwear, and high-end fashion. So casual is like around the house. Streetwear is like, streetwear like you got Palace, you got
casual.
Because casual can dabble into streetwear.
Yeah. But I'm talking about casual, like you're around the house, your PJs and all that stuff, and you can wear t-shirts. Like you can wear t-shirts, you can wear just regular stuff that isn't high, like just isn't verging on almost high-end fashion.
To me, casual is like just casual fashion is like GR sneakers. Like just whatever you want to do. It ain't gotta have no name on it. It ain't gotta have no logo on it.
Then that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Streetwear is like you got on a Keith Haring shirt. You got on a green and orange old throwback Atlanta hat. That's streetwear. You know what I'm saying? Like we all dress in streetwear right now.
I'm gonna have to choose street because streetwear, in my opinion, because streetwear brands are part of sneaker history, and you can express yourself way more because this Atlanta hat it's the same team, but it's different. It's all different. It's like you can express yourself in different ways depending. It's so many different streetwear brands.
Yeah.
With streetwear, you can create your own streetwear brand. It's no, in my opinion, when it comes to streetwear, it's no limit. It's so different ones.
And I like that because basically you chose streetwear. You lost casual wear, but you gave everybody else casual wear, and you just dumped high-end fashion and that runway fuha that needs to go.
That just becomes it's just that when your name becomes something larger than what it is. Like with Yeezy shoes doesn't have all the earth tones and no special color. It's those are simple shoes. It may have a weird looking design to it. But because in my opinion, I could put Yeezy, Cactus Jack, all that. In my opinion, that lost streetwear. In my opinion, it became like Fear of God. Essentially, that's in my opinion, that's high fashion because it's not simple. It's not.
Especially if you're charging like ridiculous amount of fees for a slide for Fear of God.
$300 for a t-shirt.
Yeah. All right. Cool. You actually gave me inspiration for another one as well. So we're going in. All right. So this is one for you. Yeezy, Nike, or Jordan? Lose, choose, or dump.
Okay. Keeping it simple. I'm gonna keep it simple. This is a hard one. I'm gonna have to dump Yeezy just for respect of total.
You make you happy.
I'm a huge Kanye fan, but the thing is, Kanye, in my opinion, he doesn't match the culture that Nike and Jordan hold.
Never. You will never win, Yeezy. We run this. This is our culture.
I'm gonna say this.
Be happy to have your place in our culture, okay?
Yo.
This is our time. This is our time. We might win, Yeezy.
I hope Adidas Kanye mad so he can return to Nike. But that's just my opinion.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. But like, I'm gonna say in 20 years' time, Yeezy will be for the younger generation that's coming through what Jordan is for us lot. See what I'm saying? So that transition's happening as we speak, and also I feel like what Michael Jordan's done for Nike is what Yeezy's done, what Kanye's done for Adidas as well. So it's very, very big similarities and very big things. But like for us, it's too early. For the younger generations that's coming through, it's not. They're gonna be repping with Kanye like we're repping with Michael Jordan. Cool. So you got two choose or lose.
Now, between Nike and Jordan, this is where it gets hard because with Nike, you can go Air Force One, the variations of Air Max, the variation of Air Trainers, or your runners. It's so many directions you can go with Nike. But Jordan is just that staple on this planet to where it makes that decision so hard. Ooh. This is but just because of the variation and how much I can go with it, I'm gonna have to choose Nike.
I kind of see.
Really argue with that, bro. Because if not for Nike, we wouldn't have Jordans.
Yeah,
right. It's so many different variations of a Nike shoe.
And let's be honest, bro. Let's be honest. I've never said this before. I think I just came to this realization. The swoosh is better than the Jumpman.
1,000%.
The swoosh as a logo, as a representation for a brand, I think the swoosh is better than the Jumpman.
And Nike Air on a Jordan, do I do it than a Jumpman?
We love to see swooshes on Jordan shoes.
Yep. 100%. I like that. I like that choice.
But the Tinker pack of Jordan 3s where it had the swoosh upon it, it just flowed well. And you look at a Jordan 3, you think, whoa, the swoosh on here, but it just flowed well.
Yeah.
Yep. We talked about this a couple of weeks back, and that sneaker is so disrespected in terms of what people kind of didn't like it, and you know what's really more disrespectful is they love the Justin Timberlake version, which you can't see the swoosh as much because it's all whited out. And I was like, raw, really? Like you feel this way about a Tinker masterpiece that you know basically came up with, and obviously it got changed because of the collaboration between Michael Jordan and Tinker, and basically they got rid of the stitching on the Nike on the side and the medial panel, but that's a beautiful sneaker, right? Last but not least, we're going to put you through a three-peat. We're going to put you through a three-peat. Okay. OG, hype, or GR? Loose, choose, or dump?
You full of shit.
Dump hype.
Dump hype.
And I'm choosing OG.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I like. You know what? I just wanted to run through that because now I understand you as a sneakerhead way more. You are very, very. Yeah, one of us.
My thing is,
be a real shoe dog.
I'm not gonna choose let me get 2 Jordan 3s. I'm not gonna choose a pair of Joker 3s over a pair of True Blues. Never I would. You know. It's just in my opinion, Jordan will just need to keep it simple. It's like when you dabble with colors, still keep it simple. Like the Tokyo 5s, it's 3 colors. It's black, white, and yellow. You know, it's like you keep it simple. It'll always work. You know, sometimes like with the K54 collection, all theirs, they keep it simple. You got all your colors, but it's based around all white, all black. It's always simple.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is the same thing with with OGs for me. as much as I love the shattered backboard, it's an orange Chicago. That's the only difference. It's an orange Chicago. As much as I love my my alternate great fives, you can't beat a black metallic.
Yeah.
No.
As much as dope as the Lightning 4s are, ain't no Jordan 4 they gonna make better than the black cement. It's impossible, bro. Ain't no 11 gonna come out that's fresher than the Bread 11. Sorry.
Yep.
Sorry.
Me and you think the same way. Like the fact with the Bread 11, it's that red outsole, bro. The red outsole. Oh my god.
Red outsole on it, and most of the shoes that the Chicago red outsole, the Bread 4. They got red on the outsole. You know what I'm saying? That 11, red on the outsole. So, come on, bro. Ain't no. I mean, the red on the outsole.
Just gorgeous.
Chicago colors. Like,
gorgeous, bro.
White, black, and red. Go ahead, Kevin.
Okay, how do you guys feel about they making like? See, we're talking about colorful shoes and special shoes, like special releases. How would you feel about them making like Dornbeckers a general release instead of because Dornbeckers is not as exclusive as you can really get when it comes to Jordan brand.
Yeah.
Do you think that the culture and the meaning behind Dornbecker would change if they make it a general release?
They kind of did this year, which I applaud because I was able to get my first pair of Dornbeckers because of the availability and also the climate that we're in right now. Because I hit on Sneaker Reserve. Shout out to Nike Linux. They always do it right. I love Nike. I love Nike Linux. Dornbeckers are in a class of their own. I know TJ and I share the opinion that Dornbeckers should not be sold.
I want to know Kevin's opinion. Is like, Kevin, what do you feel about these resellers running around picking up pairs and amping up the hype and then reselling these Dornbeckers and not contributing none of that funding back to the actual foundation?
It's bad because it's kind of like when Kobe and Virgil passed away. You can always get your pair of Kobe's. It's not like your Kobe 6s. Your Pro Tros are already it's hard to get, but now it's hard to get any pair of Kobe. It's like bad because sneaker resale they profit off like deaths and the situation. It's like if you're gonna sell a Dornbecker 20 times the price, you can donate to the Dornbecker Foundation.
Yeah.
You want to buy this Kobe shoe and resell it, you can
donate to the foundation. Yeah.
It's like you making all this money, you can donate a small amount. You selling a shoe $3,000, $4,000, $500 is enough. It doesn't have to be an extreme amount. Just show your homage to what this shoe was sold originally for.
Yeah. Nothing good came out of profiting from death. That's all I'm saying.
But Dornbecker, bro, like it's as far as making them GRs, I think they'll get close. I don't think they'll ever be like available at every store.
They're not even available here. They're not available in the UK. It's only an American release, and then that's the shit thing about it. Like the fact that
they can release it. You know how they do certain SB Dunk? They don't release that certain skate shops. They can do it at certain Nike stores. A sneakers exclusive. Just to kind of manage the money where it goes.
Yeah, I mean the auction. I think they kind of came to terms with the fact that the culture is what it is, and the auction is used for the purpose of the charity and whatever the general release of the sneakers is what it is, kind of. But we won't change. Our opinions won't change it. It's going to be what it is as long as the resale culture thrives in whatever capacity, whether it's like it is now or it's like it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's an evil. I purposely skipped the word necessary It's just an evil.
But what I feel with if they do make it a GR, and if they do push it into a GR range, I think we'll lose the quality. I think we'll lose some of the. If you look at the Dornbecker 5s, Dornbecker 6, Dornbecker 7s, and the 4s, the ways. Yeah, Dornbecker, wherever, all of them. Like there's so much quality, there's so much kind of inspiration gone behind it, and you're like, all right, cool. I believe in that. I kind of like that. I'm expecting this quality to come out. As soon as you put in something into mass production, what happens is it just doesn't become. You don't get the same quality. You might get the same ideas, but like you won't get the same quality. It will be pushed out to the masses, and you'll find that if it does become a general release sneaker, not a more of a limited version, it will just be. It will kind of. First of all, I think it will take away from the name of Dornbecker in terms of, well, it's just another sneaker again. Right. And also, you lose the quality. And if they do mass production, they need to kind of schedule it, rather than having a 6-month production line, have it over the year and then bring the quality with that. And like, even if you increase the prices slightly to match the quality that you're going to give us as a GR release, do that, because it means everybody that wants it can get the pair. And I'm so up with paying a bit more for a Dornbecker sneaker because it's special. It has meaning behind it, and the kids that design it have, and the more money that goes back to the foundation and the kids that designed it, it's special. I don't mind paying a little bit more of a premium for a Dornbecker that's easier to get for everybody that wants it. If it means that we eradicate the resale, that's beautiful. See what I'm saying? Because people will pay the extra premium to give back to that charity and that foundation. So, and that would be amazing. Rather than somebody picking up for retail, which is $180 or $200 or something like that, and then selling them for $600, $700, $800 or £900. That's that, and then not even paying none of that back to where it needs to go to.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate, man. I mean, it's greed. We know anytime people find an opportunity, they're gonna take advantage.
Exactly. So. Last sneaker I picked up, and it goes back into what we're going to talk about today, right? It's in this 3-stripe box. Look at it.
I think I know what it is. Wait. Is that fake Yeezy slide looking that the new?
Yes, it's the Adidas 22. So basically,
you ain't gotta pull it out, bro. We don't need to see that.
We are gonna pull it out. We're gonna see it. Q has a hatred. Q has a hatred for Adidas at this moment. I'm gonna say. It's unique. It's very unique, right? So basically, this is the Adelaide 22, and everything about this. I thought before I did the research to this, it was like a sneaker that's like almost like a Minecraft sneaker. See what I'm saying? It's almost like Minecrafty. But a slide. But when you turn it to the sole, you understand totally. What does this remind you of?
The moon.
Garbage.
Come on! Remember the Mars sneakers, the Air Max 90s?
So they biting Nike again.
So this Adelaide 22 is basically based on Mars exploration. So this actual sole is built like this, but
it's based on the Yeezy slide.
Based on the Yeezy slide, I at this moment in time, I don't think it's comfortable as a Yeezy slide. I'm going to do the review. I'm going to do the breakdown between the two on the YouTube channel. But basically, it's created in like this, so your foot seats on here. It seems soft. It seems really like when you look at the sole, it almost is like a mirage. If you see it in hand, you realize what I mean. But it looks like it's a mirage of like just the craters on Mars. But
it's the thing with being original, though. It looks like a knockoff Yeezy slide, and then when it comes with the moon and the thing, it's kind of like they're kind of copying like the Nike Tom Sachs, the Mars Yard. It's kind of like where's the originality? And it's like
no. It's copying this. I'll show you what I mean.
No, it's copying Nike. Kevin is right.
It's no. It is
with it. But Adidas can keep making Kanye mad. He'll come back to Nike.
No. We'll talk about this now. So, this is a big subject matter, and I've got my opinions on it. Let me share this screen with you first of all. This is what it reminds me of. So give me.
I guess they try to make like a budget Yeezy Slide counterpart, but in my opinion,
there you go. That's what it is.
Yeah.
The Lunar 90 SP. That's what this sneaker actually reminds me of. The actual creator on that, the sole of the sneaker looks like that. But it's all to do with the explorations of Mars. And when I did the research, I know what this material is made of as well. I will break it down in the YouTube video. I'm gonna actually, hey,
with EVA.
No. And it's pretty much 3D printed as well. So there's massive differences between the slide and this. But I'm gonna put this here because Q doesn't like looking at it because he might puke up on screen. I'm gonna put it here and leave it here. So let's talk about Kanye. Let's talk about Yeezy. Let's talk about Adidas, and let's talk about this whole foam war battle. These slides, these runners, these even like let's just say. New Balance has just thrown their name into that. Let's look at the New Balance ones first because basically I think that's a decent kind of model and colorway. So this is New Balance's version of what they believe is going to be the next big thing because I think there's a whole new battle for these slide ranges as these foam runner ranges.
So I don't think New Balance believes this is the next big thing, but they have to have a horse in the race. I think at this point, everybody needs to have a horse in the race because
this is what we're seeing. This is what we're seeing.
It's a wave. It's a continuous wave. Most people will say, and I can't disagree with it. It started when Bieber started wearing Crocs. And Crocs, this is what Crocs does. This is what Crocs has been doing. This we call it Crocs. The company is Crocs, right? So they started doing the charms and the colorways, and Crocs are everywhere. You can't go anywhere without seeing somebody wearing Crocs in this day and age. I don't like it, but I understand what's going on. So everybody at this point has to have a Croc-ish sneaker or shoe.
So I'm gonna one thing I definitely say is Crocs is it's a clog. Basically, a clog is a slide-on slipper, and it's based on about covering most of your actual feet. So a croc is a clog. A clog is basically what everybody's designing, and the reason why Crocs basically up their game is shout out to the man himself again, Mr. Kanye West, for putting those foam runners on the map, for putting those slides on the map, and basically taking that, being that scout to put that flag in and then drive that range. Because if it wasn't for that, I don't think Crocs would step up their games. And this is now coming out. So this is one.
He increased the hype.
So this is coming out, and we're not gonna look at shall we look at the other variations?
That was the New Balance, right? So this is the only one that I care about.
So we got a Jordan version of this, right?
Right.
So now I'm gonna paint you this beautiful artistic picture, right? So New Balance is coming, Jordan's coming. Right.
Also, we got but that's still part of the Croc range. Soleil Bembury is doing the Croc range. So they've upped their game. So I like that. I like that quite a bit. I'm try and see that in hand one day but they're super hard to get, like everything else at the moment. But then like we've had. I'm just in the background. I'm trying to open some pictures. Bear with me, guys. So then we've seen other ranges that have come out in terms of we had this come out from Jordan, not from Jordan, from Nike.
From Nike. Let me just share my screen again. Bear with me, guys. So we saw this come out. This is the foam posit slip-ons. I like this a lot.
Yeah,
I like this a lot. We saw this come out. So that remember now we've got New Balance, we've got Jordan, we've got Yeezys, we've got Crocs, we've got Nike, right? So that started, and then all of a sudden, Adidas is like, we ain't got a range here. We need to compete with these. We need to compete with the people that are actually getting all this race for the foam runners at the moment, or from the clogs. So what's happened is they came out and re-retroed a silhouette, which is the Quake 2001 Quake sneaker, and they produced this foam Quake, or this cosmic foam Quake.
See, this is, to me, this is more of a sneaker than anything that we just looked at. We were looking at clogs. This is a clog with the actual interior. That's what sets this apart.
It's similar to a Jordan. See the Jordan you picked out?
It has an interior too.
It says interior, and this is where I believe
has laces.
Yeah, no, but so I think the Jordan has laces on it as well to tie in the sock, potentially. But this is where I think it's genius by both of these companies, Jordan and Adidas. This is why I think it's genius in a way, because now you've got this outer shell where you can actually swap the actual inner shell for different variations. You built an accessory range for it, so you can have a black sock, an orange sock, a green sock, and you can keep swapping out laces. So not only have you kind of customized the outside where you can put like little accessories on the outside, you also customize this. You can also customize a sock for it. So I think it's both Jordan and Adidas is genius. Right now, my take on this whole situation is different to your takes. So I'll let you guys talk about this sneaker and that whole beef with Adidas and Kanye, and I'll tell you my opinion.
I can go first.
Go ahead.
All right, so we all know Crocs, they started, the whole clog wave. We say they originated that. Now, Kanye took the idea and added some innovation to it and elevated it where it is now. Now, because this is clearly a foam runner bike, they just put the interior on it.
Right.
You can say Nike did the same thing, but it's the thing how Nike added innovation to it. They elevated it one more, where you can take out the sock part. It's different. It's not the same. If you cut out the laces and cut out the sock, it just looks like a fake foam runner. Now, I get everybody, like you said, everybody had to have their foot in it, but it's how you change it. It's kind of like when Baster took the design of an Air Force One, but changed it a little bit, added the pattern leather. It's like you innovated. It's something different. It's not the same. Because everyone, it's just, it's hard not to,
Yep.
But it's how you take it and make it different and make it better than what was last. I can't say that this shoe here is better than the foam runner. I can't. Because in my opinion, I'll take the Nike one over Adidas. Because
I'm gonna say I like this variation, and I like the foam. I like the foam posite slip-ons. I like both of them. Go on, Q. I'll let you say yours, but I'll say mine.
Well, this ain't bad from Adidas. And again, I understand everybody throwing their name in the hat. I'm not mad at that notion, because at this point it's a trend, and we know how business works. Most successful businesses follow trends. So I understand that 100%. I'm not a fan of this, but it's not bad when I look at the range. And it's different because it has laces, because it has an actual interior, whether it's removable or not, it has an interior. And also Adidas was one of the first companies, along with Nike. I can't say exactly who did it first, but they both had sneakers in the past with a removable booty. Mm-hmm. So my whole thing about this was where we had a disagreement. I'm not the debate was, or is Kanye mad at this? Is Adidas taking, of course Adidas is taking ideas from Kanye. Of course, Nike has taken ideas from Virgil and Jordan, and this is a thing. that happens with brands and collaborators. That's not an argument. I think we both agree on that.
Mm-hmm.
I think where we disagree, and we had a long back and forth about this.
It's about to get really interesting now.
I think knowing Kanye, seeing how he's acted with Walmart, which is a totally different thing, but the way he reacts to other artists, the way he reacts when he was in the political space, the way he reacted to the way people responded to things that he said or did, the way he responded to Adidas, mainly the way he responded to that ID Light slide that you just pulled out, leads me to believe, and others to believe, that Kanye will have something to say about this sneaker. Whether we hear about it or not, there is nothing that he's ever done that will make me believe otherwise. He does not like this because it is along the same lines of something that he's done before. Now, with that being said, do I believe that Kanye is perusing Adidas factories to know what's on the assembly line? I don't believe that. Kanye don't give a fuck about what Adidas is doing unless it affects him. Secondly, does Adidas feel they need to inform Kanye if they're doing something that he influenced? Hell no, they ain't got to tell him shit. So with those two factors, the fact that he is not checking up on Adidas to make sure they're not taking his ideas, and Adidas not giving a fuck about taking his ideas, they're not trying to piss him off. I don't think they're trying to piss him off, but they can do what they want to do. They don't need his approval. Yeah.
So now I'm going to give you my thoughts on this.
And I don't think I know. You know what? Go ahead. I hope you say what I heard you say on the live the other day, because I really wanted to jump on that live, but I was driving at the time.
So this is not the first time. Adidas has taken something what Kanye has done. We had the Alpha Bouncers. We've had a lot of other silhouettes that are similar to the Ultra Boost. We had a lot of silhouettes that are similar to the 700 and the 350. So from that perspective, from that angle, I don't think from that, Kanye has not spoken out about that before. He never has, because I don't think he cares.
I don't think it made as much of a difference.
Yeah, it didn't make much of a difference. But now, the way I look at this, and then me analyzing it the way I do, I'm gonna say, what if Adidas reached out to Kanye and said, you know what, can you help us develop a range, because we need to compete with Jordan Brand
the EVA
and for the EVA Wars. Like realistically speaking, I'm Adidas, and somebody else like you, or Kevin, you're Kanye, and I know Jordan Brand just dropped that clog, and I know New Balance is coming out with something, and I know Soleil Bembury's doing the Crocs, and I know Nike dropped the foam posit slip-ons. Now I'm like, yo, we're missing a range here. Yo, Kevin, come and do a combination with us. Yo, come aboard. I want your design aspects. Come and give us. I want you to come. No. Listen. I want you to come in, and let's just collaborate a bit and make a new range with Adidas, and then we can kind of say it's similar to what you've done, but we want to make a range within ourselves. So let's do a collaboration. But
do you think Kanye would be willing to put his influence on something that doesn't have his name on it?
But listen. Let me finish what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Right. So from that retrospect, they're like, okay, cool. Kanye at this moment in time has tried his best to do a collaboration with Jordan Brand and Nike. He's reached out, worn their stuff for the last 2 years ago. Has no luck. Nike, probably MJ shot that down. Michael Jordan's like, no, I'm not. No, I don't want a collaboration with Kanye. So now Kanye's. I've no doubt Kanye wants to outdo Nike and Jordan, hands down. This moment in time, he's not going to be buying the company that's giving him 200+ million a year with his Yeezy range. His aspiration is to take down the sole competitor which Yeezy's at the moment, and that's Nike and Jordan, right? So he's already done that once, and he now wants to do it again. So, one point I'm going to say before I come to some sort of conclusion. Will we be talking about that sneaker and the Adelaide 22 if Kanye didn't say anything? Number one.
He ain't said nothing about this yet. I don't think.
No. Because and this is why he hasn't said anything, because you notice what Adidas just did on TikTok. They released a video saying, "Why am I the big problem?" Because he doesn't need to say anything, because everybody's already talking about it without him saying it. So
because
what did that?
This is what he does.
But everybody's predicting that he's gonna say something, but he hasn't said anything, right? So what did Adidas do on Friday? They released Friday or Thursday. They released a TikTok saying about this sneaker, 360 pan, and say, "I didn't know it was a problem. What's the problem?" They did that on purpose, and Kanye hasn't said anything. And that triggered me to what I said in the live on Thursday, and it kind of reinforced what I said in the live on Thursday. What if this is a whole marketing tactic that we just bought into because Kanye is like, you know what? I'm gonna say something about the Adelaide 22s, but I know that this sneaker's been in production. That cosmic foam has been in design since last year. I know that. And I've helped you out with that. I'm going to say something about it. I'm not even going to say something about this. I'm going to say something about your slide. And this is not even the same materials as a slide, a Yeezy slide. Yeezy slides are more comfortable than this.
That's fine. That's cool too, because it looks like the shape of it is like an easy slide, right?
Yeah.
That was the big thing about that. But I believe you could be right. However, I think Kanye is also smart enough to say, you know what? When I said something about that slide, it made that slide more popular. I think that Adi Elite slide was going to be popular anyway because of the similarities to the Yeezy slide. Whether he said something or not, it was going to do well. Hold on. It was going to do well, but I think he says, you know what? I don't like this Quake. I think it's a ripoff, but let me not say anything publicly as to not bring any more attention to it.
But it's too late. It's too late because what Kanye did with it, I did like 22.
He did it for him.
Hey?
He didn't have to say nothing because now because we just had the Adi Light situation and he did say something. He ain't got to say nothing about this because we're going to assume that he don't like it, just like I'm doing.
Yeah,
because that he don't like it. And he gonna
I'm going to say assumptions are a whole different thing. I believe in marketing strategy, and I believe that Kanye would have not. Like, the Adelaide 22 is not it's a popular sneaker for what Kanye said, but it's not popular. There's no resale in it. There's no you can go on and buy it for retail on every single resale website. There's no hype behind it. Kanye didn't need to say anything. It will never outsell a Yeezy slide. Everybody that basically sat there would have thought, okay, cool, this is a rip-off of a Yeezy slide. It's not as comfortable as a Yeezy slide. I know it's not going to be comfortable as a Yeezy slide. It's not the same materials as a Yeezy slide. The concept behind it is not the same, but the shape behind it is similar.
It's going to do well for Adidas, though.
It's going to do well for Adidas. Then this is what I'm getting at. Is Kanye needs Adidas needs Kanye, and Kanye needs Adidas to take on the big corporation Nike and Jordan are. So that doesn't matter who's winning or losing, but he needs that range. He needs Adidas to step up and do a range that's going to compete with the likes of New Balance, with the likes of Crocs, with the likes of it was only a matter of time since Jordan Brand and Nike released their versions of the foam posits and foam posits runners and the slides, and Adidas were right behind them. The thing is, it was for me personally. If I'm sitting there and I'm saying, how am I going to bring hype to a variation that nobody probably would potentially talk about? I have the most controversial figure behind me in the Yeezy game. Yo, Kanye, we need your help here. Bang. One text, one tweet, bro. No, but he can compete. He can compete
with Jordan. Adidas.
He can compete.
Can't compete with Nike. Generally,
the thing is, he can compete with Jordan, but then like if your sister company, if your brother company haven't got a silhouette that nobody's talking about, haven't got it makes to me it makes business sense, because I won't be surprised in the next year or so Kanye does a collaboration with this Cosmic Quake as a Yeezy, and what I didn't say on the live is, if you see where those affiliated markings around this actual, I'm going to see if I can show it. So, can you see my cursor?
Yeah.
So you see, it's easy to redesign this and put Yeezy on it. Just like taking shots to an up tempo, just like taking that massive shot to what up tempo did, the up tempo Nike up tempos did. Imagine that, bro. If that happens, I'll be sitting there and saying, "Yo, I told you so, guys." Because I don't believe Nike. I truly don't believe Kanye sitting there and is worried about Adidas producing that sneaker. I think it's all bringing hype back to that, because I know he's trying to compete with Nike and Adidas. Nike and Jordan.
I think you underestimate how egomaniacal Kanye is.
Well, I know how ego is, but you got to remember, from another perspective, is that Yeezy is still the intellectual property of Adidas, even though Kanye is the designer.
Do we know that? Do we know that Yeezy doesn't own the patents to his designs? I think Kanye went through enough in business, in music, and in fashion to understand that he needs to own his designs. I think he does own. I haven't looked, but I'm asking you.
We'll do the research. We'll do the research for next week.
That's going to be interesting to find out, because if Kanye does own the patents to Adidas, it further, not Adidas, I'm sorry, to his Yeezy designs, it makes me understand more why he feels the way he feels, and I don't disagree with him. Like if I was a Nike sub brand, if I was Jordan Brand, but Nike and Jordan Brand obviously have a better relationship than Yeezy and Adidas.
Yeah, but the thing is, I agree. I do understand that perspective. I looked at that was my initial reaction. Was it looks like I actually thought this was a new Yeezy. Right?
Yeah, they look like a new Yeezy, and that's the problem. Because when you look at it, you say, "Is that the new Yeezy?" No, Kanye ain't got nothing. If Kanye has nothing to do with it, he don't like it.
But now the second thing, if he does own patent for his own foam runners in slides, he'll be looking to sue Adidas for this sneaker. I don't think that's going to happen, and this is going to reinforce what I think is the situation is.
I can't see that happening just because they're in bed.
Yeah, I know, and just because they're in bed, I do believe that Kanye's got some influence on that sneaker. However much you may think he's an egotistic maniac that wants everything for himself, I do believe that he's got common sense to know that he needs Adidas to do this sneaker.
Yeah, maybe not anymore, but Adidas manufactures stuff just like Nike manufactured Jordan stuff. Unless he's willing to break that bread to be able to have that infrastructure, because he can. If he decided right now, I'm gonna liquidate everything, and I'm gonna buy my own factory, and I'm gonna step away from Adidas, and I'm just gonna have Yeezy without Adidas.
Yeah,
he can do that, and he'll be good. he might not be looking at it like that. He might not want to do that. He might not want to spend all that money.
I think
if Adidas did this without him, that's my whole take on it. If Adidas did this without him, which is possible, they don't need.
It's possible.
Yeah, if they did this without him, he don't like it because clearly is highly influenced by him.
I believe if that's the case, then Adidas played Kanye to kind of text that for the Adidas 22, and I don't think they would do that. Personally, I know Adidas is a corporation that kind of lost Michael Jordan to Nike in 1985. I don't think they'll risk losing Kanye to do that because I know he's too much of a big fish for them. But the thing is, to me sitting here, it's too much of a coincidence for everything to happen the way it did, because Jordan Brand and Nike released their versions. Yeah, Soleil Bembury did the collaborations. Justin Bieber dropped the Crocs, and then we've seen every single other designer come out with their variation. Yeah. And then you've got Kanye saying, "All right, cool, a Yeezy slide is a Yeezy slide." And it's always going to be a Yeezy slide. There's not going to be any different variations. Everybody else is coming up with different new variations of what I did, or what he did as a foam runner and a slide. Yeah. And he's sitting there, and if Adidas has reached out, it's too much of a coincidence for me. Looking at this, it's too coincidental. The way Adidas 22 comes out, he drops a message, very quiet after that. And then Adidas released this, make a TikTok saying, "Why am I the problem?" And then everybody's hyped on this. If it is the way I think it is, it's genius marketing, bro. Genius marketing.
Either way is great marketing. Like different opinions aside, whether Kanye is cool with it or whether he hates it, whether he had anything to do with it or not, the perception that was created from him not liking the slide,
exactly, bro,
it's driving this, and it's working.
And this is why I'm rolling it back. This is why I'm going to roll it back. If Kanye didn't say anything about this slide, we would have just said, "Oh, it's a knockoff EG slide," and kept it moving, bro. Because nobody would be looking at these. I won't be picking these up to actually have a look at them. I can tell you this now. I'm interested to see how this is built, how this is manufactured, the materials behind this, how close this is to a Yeezy slide. I would not be doing that if Kanye didn't say anything. And now I would not be looking at I'll be still looking at that Quake, the Cosmic Quakes, because I like the design. But if Kanye didn't say anything this year about the slides or those Adidas 22s or that foam runner variation of what looks like a Yeezy, people would have just called it a knockoff and just kept it rolling. I truly believe that.
If you buy this shoe for yourself, I'm suspending you for a week from the podcast.
What this?
Okay, do you think Kanye would make a problem with it? Okay, think about this. So, they're going to do all these retros of, the 350s, the earlier Yeezy models, right? Mm-hmm. So, him making a problem with that, because you think about all the early Yeezy models, I think up until the 700s have the Adidas boost with that.
Yeah.
That plays a big part of what that shoe was, because it was that next comfortable streetwear looking shoe. And Kanye, because he can't use boost anymore, meaning possibly he can't have a 350, a 700.
I'm gonna give you a prime example. I'm gonna give you a prime example. Who's talking about the Yeezy 700 V3? Tell me.
That shit sucks.
Tell me. It's got no boost in it. Who's talking about it? This is what I'm trying to say. Break down, read between the lines. It's genius marketing tactics. Kanye just has to put one tweet out there and everybody's talking about it.
That ain't got nothing to do with the 700 sucking though. Like
no. The 700 V, the 700 V1, which original foam runners, the 700 V2, brilliant shoes. Now the 700 V3, which I always thought was a variation that he was trying to get through to the NBA. has no boost in it. Nobody, and because when you look at the Quantums and when you look at the Adidas V3s, they're very similar, right? With that skeletal cage around it, with a lockdown. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody really cares about that V3 because it's got no boost in it. It's got no comfortability in it. It just looks odd.
Because I have a 450, Yeezy 450s. No one talks about. I have a pair of those. They're really, really comfortable, but there's no boost. So having people think they're really be comfortable. Because the 450s be the next run, but it's like that Adidas boost that. Because you look at all Adidas other Adidas shoes that have boosts in them, they're so comfortable. So I think Kanye will suffer a lot.
Yeah, of course he will. And Kanye's not stupid. I truly believe if you like 450 at this moment in time, the 450 and the 380 is two sneakers that are way beyond their time scales. Like in terms of what they are, especially the 380. I do believe like in the next couple of years, maybe give it 2-3 years, a lot of people will go back and pick up that 380 because I think they don't understand it right this moment in time, and they don't understand what it represents at this moment in time. Because when it comes down to the next couple of years, I think people start picking that 380 up. Even the 450 at this moment in time is an understated sneaker. I know it looks like a dumpling. I know it looks like a dumpling. I know it looks like a sneaker that is confining, but it's a unique design, and I think the design aesthetics is, for me, it's like a Jordan 2, and not being blasphemous. Jordan 2 was way ahead of its time in terms of lifestyle, fashion, luxury, and now people are understanding it more and more over the years, especially because of the collaborations. But like Yeezy, what he's done and what he's doing with the 380s and 450s, it's ahead of its time. Right this moment in time, I don't think people respect it for what it is going to be in the next 5 years time.
Because if Kanye it's to the point where Yeezy brand has outgrown Adidas, so when people think of Yeezy, they don't even think of Adidas also. That's what got to the point of, so if he wants to leave, and I'm guaranteed outside of Nike and Jordan brand, any of the brand would be glad to take him. Because it's kind of like, since the 350s, Yeezy has always provided that market of, I have very much style along with a lot of comfort. You got to he had Nike with the Nike Air Comfort, so I just can't see him going anywhere. I don't know. Maybe
I can
nowhere else to go.
I can see him if he leaves Yeezy and Adidas. And I think if he starts his own company, he needs to start from scratch. I'm talking everything, the comfort, the tech, everything. And one place that nobody's talking about that I think he might end up, and I don't think he will never leave. I don't think he will leave Adidas, because I think for him it makes perfect sense in terms of he's been the billionaire since the music hasn't taken him there. It's the fashion that's taken him there. Right. But if he does leave Adidas,
yeah.
And if he does leave Adidas, and he is not going back to Nike, there's only one place I would like to see him, and that's Puma. I'd like to see him do the basketball range with Jay-Z.
I don't think for one, I don't think Jay-Z cares to be in business with Kanye. I don't know exactly how involved Jay-Z is with the day-to-day on Puma. I know he is definitely a big influence over there as far as signing the athletes they've been able to get. The Melos and all the young guys that came in with the pretty much Pro Clydes that they did, which were dope speakers, by the way. But in my opinion, I think Kanye, the best thing, if he was, and this is all hypothetical.
Yeah.
If Kanye was to move away from Adidas, I think an adjacent movement similar to Jordan, becoming a brand under Nike and still being manufactured by Nike, if that's not what's already taking place, because we don't know the paperwork. We don't know exactly what type of deal they got. That's the thing for me. That's the most confusing. That's why I asked that question when we was talking about.
And we're gonna work it out. We're gonna work it out this week. We're gonna work it out.
Is Yeezy a subsidiary, or is it an adjacent brand? Is it a sister company, or is it a full on part of Adidas? Is it a line of products, or is it its own thing like Jordan is now?
So there's two factors to this. Then, if Yeezy brand, which I believe is another subsidiary company to what Jordan is, to what Yeezy is, right? If it's the same, why? And if you think Kanye is the same as MJ, which I believe that's what I believe at the moment,
right?
Would you ever see MJ leaving Jordan?
No.
Hell no.
No.
And this is why I believe Kanye, if he's got the same structure as Michael Jordan, and Kanye's role model and his inspiration to what he did with fashion and what he's done with Yeezy is Michael Jordan, what happened and with his range. And this is why I try to replicate it. This is why I don't think he's ever going to be in conflict with Adidas, because that's his sister company, and he's more in competition with Nike and Jordan. He would never lose his name and his branding again like he did with Nike, with Adidas, because basically that's he's. And if we say Adidas have a percentage of his intellectual property, but he owns majority, which is probably the situation we're talking about, I don't think it will ever step away from Yeezy brand, because it, one, makes him too much money, two, that's his company. That's his company.
Right. If Adidas has control or ownership of Yeezy, he can't leave. If it's his, he can, based on what he wants to do moving forward. Like, how is he going to tackle being on his own? Like, when Mike said, let's do this, y'all still make my stuff, and it's my brand. I get majority of the profits. I control the narrative. I control the designs and the collaborations and all that stuff. But y'all still make it. Because like you said with 350s, if you've worn 350s with boost, you don't want them without boost. So if Yeezy leave, could he find another place to make some boost-ish technology? Of course he can, right? But how much easier would it be to say, hey, Adidas, look, I love y'all, but I want to go over here. But I still want y'all to give me boost technology. Ain't no way in the hell Adidas, who is constantly at war with Nike, is going to say, nah, we don't want your money for our technology. We don't want your attachment. We don't want the acclaim that comes with how much people love your products. Because ain't no way Adidas can say with a straight face, we don't need Yeezy. Y'all full of shit. Y'all need Yeezy to stay afloat.
He is Adidas.
Same. At this point, yeah.
Because when it comes to lifestyle shoe, Yeezy is keeping Adidas alive, because honestly, Adidas basketball would never compete with Nike basketball. The athletes, nothing. And that's the problem, because Yeezy tried to dabble in basketball and the conference failed. In my opinion, they failed tremendously.
It don't work. Like Nike, when it comes to sports outside of soccer, Adidas runs soccer. Adidas.
Right. So I literally, while you guys were talking, and this goes exactly to what I'm going to say to you guys. Right. So Yeezy. You didn't need a week. We're gonna answer it now. Yeezy owns all of Yeezy branding, 100%.
So he can be. He can be as pissed as he want to be.
No. But listen to this.
About his designs. He can be as pissed as he wants to be.
But listen to this. 2006 is when Yeezy branded Yeezy, right? And then 2015 he collaborated with Adidas.
So it's a collaboration.
That as a collaboration, and he owns 100% of his property, like 100% of the Yeezy brand himself, intellectual property. So that's fine. Now he gets 15% of everything Adidas sells.
What?
Whoa.
Now tell me this ain't a marketing tactic.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Come on, bro. He's just taking his headphones off. Come on, bro. Tell me.
He gets 15% of everything they sell.
Yep. And this is why he's in partnership with them, and this is why it's all a marketing tactic. 15%. Nobody will be talking about
I understand
any of this stuff.
I understand.
Any of this stuff.
I understand you 100. It's not that I didn't understand where you were coming from. I'm going to always come back to my observation of Kanye West. I think
you know what? I understand what you said.
Crazy.
I understand what you said. I totally understand Kanye, the character.
Even though he will benefit from the sale of that crate and that Adidas slide, because it is derivative of something he made, he don't like it.
No, I still believe.
He might not buck on it.
No. I still believe Adidas approached Kanye and got his thoughts process, because like if you own
these, what you think about these?
Yep, and got this is our marketing tactic to bring up the hype. 15% of whatever Adidas sells, bro. 15%. You are gonna hype that product, bro. You are gonna hype that product.
That's a lot of money. He better wear them shits. He better wear. He out here wearing threes.
and that's the sucker punch. That's sucker punch to the whole thing. Because you know what? I'm glad. I'm not glad I'm right. I'm just glad that we broke it down the way we did and we came to this conclusion, because bro, that 15% is making him rich, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we forgot about a brand that Kanye worked with. Okay, so with him dabbling in basketball, if he was to ever leave Adidas, he can go out this great deal. We got one brand he worked with. He worked with Reebok first. Reebok was the first, outside of Louis Vuitton, his first with the Barry was Reebok. Now, you make a shoe with Reebok, because Reebok had Shaq Gnosis. They had a little run with basketball. No one at Reebok, but I really feel like if Kanye leaves Adidas, he can thrive at Reebok.
Yeah, I was going to mention Reebok, but I think Reebok's going through a transition at the moment where they kind of like Shaq. I think Shaquille O'Neal's brought.
Yeah, I was going to say Reebok done been bought and sold a couple times in the past few years.
Yeah. So I feel going to Reebok and reinventing your Yeezy brand, that's going to be a bit difficult, because they're not established as Yeezy at the moment, and they're not established as Adidas or Nike. And I think Puma's on this nice little wave at this moment in time with their basketball range.
Yeah,
and New Balance was another company I thought that he could do something with, but I don't know. It don't make sense to me. Like from a Yeezy 700 perspective, yeah. Will New Balance give him that whole freedom of expression that Adidas does? Probably not.
Yeah, he caught lightning. He caught lightning in a bottle with Adidas, man.
So, how far of a run do you think Puma would make with this basketball run? Because Puma always has a wave every couple years. Because I know
the RS range did a little well, and like J. Cole jumped on that Dreamer 2 as well. So it's difficult to say. Like, I'm hoping that somebody established as business minded as Jay-Z is, that he's kind of wants to take it to a different level. I don't think the only problem, and I always say this with Adidas as well, the only problem with Adidas is their execution. They've got the right philosophies there. They've got some of the marketing tactics there. And if we're spot on with what Kanye is doing with Adidas, that's brilliant marketing tactic. But the execution has always been not great. Like in terms of it's just coming out. Just bring up the hype. And I think right this moment in time, Adidas is learning quite heavily. New Balance has got all the collaborations that's coming through. Puma is so understated at the moment. They need a bit of direction. And when we talk about direction, they need somebody in there to get them focused, to kind of get them running in the right way. And you're hoping Jay-Z could be that person, that business-minded person, especially the basketball range. And I believe getting athletes on to that basketball range is crucial. And Jay-Z brings that influence and brings that kind of, come here to with me. So
I don't think Puma has the
tech.
They don't have the ammunition. They can't compete with Jordan Retros. They can't compete with Yeezys as far as silhouettes are concerned. I think their ceiling is competing with a Reebok or like the as far as the upper tier brands, which at this point is Nike, Adidas, Jordan, New Balance, right? I don't think Puma or Reebok or Converse will ever get to compete with that top tier.
Yeah.
Because it's Nike, Jordan, we can just have them as one. Adidas, Yeezy, we can have them as one, and New Balance. Puma, Reebok, Converse, Fila, they ain't got the ammunition.
So this all reminds me of the situation in 1984 when it was Converse, Vans, Adidas all on top, and Nike was that third, fourth, or fifth company that was like trying to get that range, and then all it took was one athlete to kind of propel them into the higher status or the higher atmosphere that they are at the moment, and that was Michael Jordan. So it could, like, there are like Puma to me needs something. They need that star attraction. They need something that will take them. I don't think the Ball family is that. Even though they did really good range, even though they did a good range with was it LaMelo Ball? Yeah. LaMelo Ball. Yeah.
LaMelo Ball has done enough in NBA to make his shoes.
No.
About it. Jordan, he has his huge legacy. His shoes go along with his legacy. Shaq loved Reebok, but that is still a huge shoe with Reebok. Adidas had Kobe, but couldn't keep Kobe. And you see, he went to Nike, and now this whole Nike line because of his legacy.
Right.
Look at how his Adidas, that legacy. But I feel like they're getting these shoes. I feel like they just haven't done enough yet. And I feel like when it comes to Adidas and Puma, they don't have enough. They don't have the athletes who have that legacy yet. They haven't done anything. Because you look at like Giannis, like all the people on the Nike got Giannis, LeBron, even Jordan, Luka, Jason Tatum. All these guys have made their statement. LaMelo Ball, since just high school, he's always been this huge thing. But NBA-wise, he still hasn't done enough to make his shoe aware.
What's really interesting is the transition with Nike athletes to Jordan athletes now. You've got Zion Williams, you've got Rui as well. They're making that transition to make. I think Nike realized that the basketball range in Jordan brand is where the athletes need to be, and I think that transition is happening. But this whole, and we talked about it last week. This whole transition came from Michael Jordan. This whole transition where Nike owns 90+% of all the players and the sponsorship deals within the NBA all came from them investing all that time with Michael Jordan. Like that, everybody. If you're an athlete, you aspire to be like Jordan. And where do you want to be? You want to be with Nike and Jordan. And ironically, the flip side of it was Jordan wanted to be with Adidas. They didn't give him a chance. Now everybody wants to be with Jordan, which is Nike and Jordan. And it's funny the way that works out.
The opportunity, the growth potential, I don't think would have been realized with any other company. And at this point, that's where it is with Yeezy. Because he came out so strong, and everything that he does for the most part is coveted. Without a big brand, without a machine, a big infrastructure, it wouldn't work. And to attach himself to anything less than the top tier is beyond his sight. Like I think he'd rather do it himself than to attach himself to a Reebok or a Puma.
I think if he does move up. If he does move out from Adidas, by the way, the Adidas deal runs out in 2026, so he's got another 4 years of that 15 luxury percentage with Adidas, which I think he'll renegotiate. To be honest, I would think he would renegotiate that. But I think
it depends on how many more Yeezy inspired shoes they make.
Yeah, but I think if he was going any direction, I don't think he will. I think he would want to do or want to kind of pay homage to Virgil and go with Louis. If I'm honest, I think that's his next big move.
It's not practical though.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
It was Virgil. Virgil was Virgil. He was that Louis Vuitton guy. People forget that Kanye was too. I don't think people realize how big of a fashion icon Kanye really is. I mean,
Kanye is
so long, they forget how much he has done in the fashion realm. Like,
yep.
That Louis Vuitton collab is still crazy. Kanye added them crazy colors to high fashion. He helped mix that bond between high fashion and streetwear.
Yep. What Michael Jordan did with casual wear and basketball is what Kanye did with high-end fashion and streetwear.
And jeans. What Michael Jordan did with jeans also. Okay.
Yeah. Right. So
is it time?
It's that time. It's that time of day where we have to go and take some people to court, bro.
When resale is too high.
Damn resellers. Order.
When hype beats go too far.
These damn hype beasts. Order in the court. Order.
When the back door opens.
Guilty.
It's time for
order in the court.
The sneaker court of public
Guilty.
opinion.
Guilty. What the hell is that, bro? Is that a mincer, bro?
We're gonna tenderize some guilty convicts out here.
I'm still suffering, but yes, guilty. And sorry, Kevin, we just put in our like literal costumes and this is court. This is court of public. This is what the hell is that?
Yeah. So you convict them. I'm gonna beat him up. And we're gonna pour him in Kevin's cup over there so he can dispose of the trash.
Yeah, no. Kevin can make up the sentence. So we're gonna basically kind of give our opinion and make sure everybody's in line with this. But yes, today, have you got anything on the actual court of public opinion at the moment, Q, that you want to bring up? You do not. So
I know you got a couple of cases.
So case number one, and I think this is quite a funny one that we will introduce. I'm just going to basically share the screen. It's this, bro. It's this. What the hell is this?
What the hell?
Fake Yeezys all over the place. I know. I believe it are fake Crocs and fake Yeezys. Or I think this is Walmart.
Walmart.
So that might be like a supply store.
Or a supply store, one of the two. But we've basically seen loads and loads of these fake. I know we're talking about foam wars, EVA foam wars. We've seen like these fake Yeezys and fake slides all over the place. So today's case is to all the UAs out there. What the hell are you guys doing with all these fake sneakers? They actually look like floppies. They actually look like they're made so badly that they'll actually crumble in your hands, not like a slide. But what do you think of these guys? This might be a quick court case.
They got colorways, bro.
What colorways are you feeling, bro?
They got colorways, bro. They got the red foam runners. They got the mint green foam runners for you. The black ones. They got is that the sand or whatever the hell? They look like they got the vermilion. They look like they got the pure. They look like they got the onyx, and then they look like they got this new teal version. But like. That is
that a TJ Maxx tag? If I'm not mistaken.
Where about?
It does look like TJ Maxx.
But where are we talking, bro?
Go
back to the right. You can see the tag on the insole. Right there.
There.
That's Marshalls.
That's Marshalls? Oh, my God.
We found out Marshalls were taking you to court public opinion with Judge Public Opinion and Mr. Executioner. Until he gets
It's executioner.
So I think this is bad behavior. I think this is really bad from Marshalls, giving us all these fake EVA foam marsh runners. So I think what they were on the production line was this.
Another one. Another one.
Literally did every single colorway under the rainbow. So,
bro, do they have red foam runners released?
Yeah. The Vermilions have released.
Okay.
The only ones that haven't released are those teal greens.
Oh, hey man, what can you say, bro?
As the late Virgil said, if someone wants to make a replica shoe of yours, you're doing something right.
Okay,
you're right.
And on that note, this is a quick one. Guilty, Marshalls, you're guilty of replicating all of these fake EVU. I can't even call them UAs. I have to call them what do you call them? Standard industry rip-offs.
Yeah, they knockoffs. They downgrades. They this ain't even second or third place, right? This might be the 8th place sneaker right here, bro. I don't. How can they? Where is Yeezy now? Kanye, where you at, Kanye? You went out to Walmart. You forced Walmart to stop selling fake slides. Where you at now? Marshall's got money.
Take Marshall money.
Leave Adidas. Y'all leave Nike alone. Y'all go over here and get on these fake Marshall pairs because they are truly guilty. Easy guilty.
Okay, definitely guilty.
Kevin, what's your take on this, man? Because come on, bro.
We found a guilty. Like the sentence is going to Kevin. Kevin, what do you think?
Life without parole.
Life without parole.
Guilty. There you go. That's the sentence.
Every fake warehouse worker, you have been sentenced. Y'all know what y'all doing. We ain't let y'all get away with it.
All I'm going to say is Marshall needs to reach out to Kanye, give him 100% of the profits. Forget 15%. It's 100% of that profit.
100%.
All right. Next up on this is something that's really interesting, but like something that we both looked at and we were confused about. So next up is this controversial sneaker, and I'm gonna get Kevin's opinion on this as well, because I think this is the right platform for him to actually have his opinion on. But next up is this, guys. Bang! The Nike Jordan 4 SBs.
I saw those. I think it was on Sneaker Bar Detroit.
Yeah.
Now, the idea of it is smart. A Jordan 4 with a little bit more comfort, I messed with it.
Yeah.
You know, now what I wouldn't do is bother the tongue. Now, the collar, add more cushioning, I understand. But when it comes to the tongue, in my opinion, the Jordan 4s wouldn't look good with a fat tongue. In my opinion. Because, you know, the Jordan 4 tongue already sit a little bit higher than the shoe. So it will kind of look fake and puffy if they add like that thick SB tongue. Like it's not like, you know, it's not like a 3 where it kind of sit a little inside of the shoe. The Jordan 4 tongue is above the total shoe. So a fat tongue, in my opinion, wouldn't look good. But just overall conditioning and a new back tab, I'm all for it. And maybe like instead of a flight, it says Nike SB.
But do you think they should release it in the OG colorway?
Yes. Why not?
Okay.
I tend to disagree with the first point that you made, because I have the Jordan 4 Neon 95s, and they have a fat tongue.
I don't like the Neon 90s because they just look like puffy. They kind of like pillows. I kind of like that sleek shape that the fours have. And it was like when they did they looked a little too puffy to me.
It's just the fat tongue. The Neon 95's got the fat tongue.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't like. So I respect your opinion on that, but it can't be a SB without extra padding on the tongue.
Yeah. So what you okay? So this is just opinion on the sneaker. I don't see why you need to release an OG version when to be honest, it doesn't make sense to me. In a way, okay, cool. The SB range it's got more cushioning and stuff like that. But if a skater really wanted to rock a Jordan 4 for skateboarding, he would rock a Jordan 4 for skateboarding, and it's I don't think a lot of skaters rock Jordan 4s anyway for skateboarding. So like from that perspective, it doesn't make sense to me. But I understand what they're trying to do. It's like resuscitating old hype with new hype. Like literally Jordan 4. They get your resuscitating kit out, bang, CPR the SB range. So that's what it feels like to me. Anybody that loves a Jordan 4, like if you love the Jordan 4 and you've got an OG, you don't need an SB range. I truly believe.
I want the SB.
Now, marketing strategy wise is perfect. You know, different tab. It appeals to a different market of people, more sales.
Yeah.
Nah. It's a little, I don't know. I got mixed feelings about it.
I want a bread for SB.
Now, my opinion. Now, you know, when it comes to dunks have their, you know, like the Sambas, the Brazils. Now, if they was make, you know, when it comes to different colorways, make dunk exclusive colorways.
I'm down for that. I think that'd be better. I think that would be better. Like I personally think if you start doing like chunky dunkies, Jordan 4s with the cushion, that could work. That potentially could work. But like I think leave the OGs alone. Like the alternate 89, I want to see a retro of the alternate 89 Jordan 4. I don't want to see the SB range of the alternate 89. It's like for me that shouts out the golf range. Why do a military blue 4 golf when we want the military blue real range? See what I'm saying? It's like, why are you making idealistic sneakers for different skateboarding, golfing, American football, and all of that stuff? Like, why are you doing that? Just release the sneaker and add an extension or produce an insole for an accessory for the sneaker to make it more comfortable. Like, for me, that makes more sense. But if is Jordan Brand doing what Jordan Brand do best, is basically going into different areas and trying to reinvigorate and bring something back or bring something new, because they need that. They need to keep being inventive. They need to keep being new and kind of going into different sectors to get more people involved in sneakers, which I agree with. That's fine. But this is not the court case. This is not a court case about Nike and Jordan Brand doing the SB range. This is a court case about all the hype beasts that jumped onto this, all the hype beasts that thought this was real. So like, their tongues were wagging, they were dribbling from the mouth, they're getting rabies from the Jordan 4s, SBs that were fake as F, and you knew they were fake by the look of it in the first place. People reposted it, people loved it, people jumped on it, and it actually rolled this to the moon, and then realized that craft ain't hitting the moon, it hitting the sun, and they crashed and burned. So, on that note, guys, what do you think about all of these hype bees jumping on this Air Jordan 4 SB, knowing that it's fake?
All these hype pushing outlets out here. Do your research. Check your sources. Don't just repost the first thing you see and it end up being some bullshit. That's why I don't trust a lot of y'all.
That's what hype beast. I said that's what separates a sneakerhead from a hype beast.
Oh, and that's great. That's actually put. So on that note, guilty, all of you hype beasts, all of you people that actually reposted this and thought it was real. Do your research. Make sure you know your ass from your elbows, and make sure you do your research to make sure you don't actually misinform other people. Because I know that we might get a bread for SB, that might be real, but it's not going to look like that. We might get a Black Cat 4, but it's not going to look like that. And I'm going to pass the sentence to my dear Kevin to actually give us the extra sentence.
That's for a hype beast. Death.
Yeah.
That's a bit too extreme.
Yes, to all hype beasts.
All right. I would say I'm going to give them the sentence.
All the hype beasts, they gonna die and be reanimated as sneaker zombies that can only gonna be able to buy UAs for the whole existence as sneaker zombies.
And that's the sentence. But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this with my chest, and I say, aren't most of the people that actually follow this whole up and down wave just sneaker zombies, just following the Piper of sneakers? Maybe potentially.
Death. Any more cases?
Last case of the day. All right, let me just. You guys are making me cough up.
Why? Because Kevin said death. I'm winning. They buying up all the shit that they don't like just because it's hype. I might actually like it and want to wear it, but I can't get my pair because the goddamn hype.
So that was a bit extreme though. That was a bit extreme.
No, death. Zombification for all hype beasts.
Zombification. Okay, cool. Last but not least is, and it's probably going to be us done for the show after this, because last but not least is this atrocity. Is this like almost crazy sneaker? Apologies, you guys make me laugh too much, so I kind of I have to kind of clear my throat and stuff. But is this bullshit? Hold on. So, guys, what do you think about these Dior clogs? These string and just Q's just lost it. Q's just in the corner. He's like, I can't take this no more.
This is why we don't do high fashion. That's why high fashion gets thrown away.
These look like some unfinished fucking ballet slippers. These look like, bro. Like, can you even wear those outside? Like, what?
I'm gonna say one thing, right? Like I said it on my sneaker news this morning. Like this sneaker reminds me of like the sneaker reminds me of like a 2-year-old put a little sketch together and they just went with it. So that reminds me of that. But what they're very disrespectful, and what you guys haven't noticed is the dunk lacing system on that, the off-white dunk lacing system on that. Do you see it?
I see it for sure. This is horrible. This is blasphemy. This is not. First of all, this is not a sneaker. If I hear anybody call this a sneaker, you automatically getting 2 points deducted from your sneakerhead rating. All right. Second of all, is this even structurally sound? Like, who the fuck? It ain't got, bro. Ain't no thickness to it. Ain't no real structure to it. Like, you can't do nothing with these on but walk around in the house. If anybody I see wearing these, they come. If I see a grown man, let me see a rapper wearing these.
You know we had that song Versace, right? Imagine that. Dior.
No, that was Pop Smoke that had the Dior song. This is Pop Smoke will not approve of these. Fabio Ford will not approve of these. If I see Fabio wearing these, boy, I'm telling you, I'm going in. It's gonna be a good reel too. I'm trashing whoever I see wearing these, bro. This is ridiculous. And I bet
it's horrible, bro.
These gonna be at least $800.
Oh yeah, and the rest, bro, and the rest. Like it looks like it's got it's. If you look at all the other variations of the sneaker, it looks like it's got an inner casing to an outer casing as well. So basically, you see that blue and that kind of burgundy or the Bordeaux, and then you got the sail at the bottom. It looks like it's no. It's an inner shell. I think that's the insole.
That's what distinguishes the colorway. That's the blue one. There's the red one, and the other one that got the green on the inside, but it's got different color fake off-white laces on top of it. Like this is hard.
I'm gonna replicate what I said on my sneaker news. I said, "What in the Satan's hell pit of damnation is this dual clog?"
Yeah, you're doing ballet in hell with these on.
I'm gonna say one thing. I'm gonna conclude this sneaker court of public opinion and say, guilty, and make sure you go throw them in the bin and burn them to hell, because that's where they deserve to go, because they are ugly as hell, bro. Ugly as hell. Kevin, what's the sentence?
I'm stuck. It's bad.
Yeah. Man,
have you seen these duos before?
I've never seen these.
Bro, scroll down, bro. It's got to be more pictures on the page. That's that, bro.
And there's ones in the back.
Bro, look at the colorways, bro. They got the breads. We got the flints. We got the
they look horrible on feet, bro. They literally look like, I'm not even joking. They look like this 2-year-olds designed them, the 2-year-olds cast them and put them together, and then Dior's like, let's put some Virgil lacing system on them, and then we'll ship them out. Like,
if you're not going to fight in the Coliseum, you should not have these on.
These ain't even fit for the Coliseum. The rope is gonna break before you even have a swing, bro.
This is ridiculous. What is this for? Are these swimming shoes or what?
No, these are their clogs, bro. These swim
shoes. These swim shoes, bro.
These are the Dior clogs, bro. And you know what? Bro, I just noticed this. See the front of that. See the front of that lacing system. It's got like a what do you call it?
Bungee.
No. It's got the Jordan 5 lace lock on it. It's not a Jordan 5 lace lock, but it's got like a string lock on it.
Yeah, so there's a bungee system.
Yeah. Oh, bro, that looks like a foam runner from the back, bro. That booty looks like a foam runner. Yo, they grabbed the foam runner, tore it to bits, and actually recast it.
I don't know what to say no more.
On that note, guys, like that was court of public opinion with Judge Public Opinion, my executioner, and Kevin being our adjudicator for our sentences. So that's horrible, bro. What the hell is happening with high-end fashion? Literally what is happening with high-end fashion. Let's get back into it.
When resale is too high.
Damn resellers. Order.
When hype beats go too far.
These damn hype beasts. Order in the court. Order.
When the back door opens.
Guilty.
It's time for
order in the court.
The sneaker court of public
Guilty.
opinion.
Oh, bloody hell, bro. That was awful. That was awful. Yo, Kevin, how did you enjoy court public opinion?
I like it. I love
it. So before we call this, and we're coming up to 3 hours, we'll make it like quick and swift now. Before we kind of leave the live, I'm a big advocate of pushing boundaries. I'm a big advocate of being creative, pushing boundaries, expanding the depths of creativity. But high-end fashion, what the hell are they doing at this moment in time? What are they doing? Mason Margiela just grabbed the sneaker, basically puts glue all over it, changes it, rips it, and then sells it for 3-4 times the price. The fact that they did the mid questions and took all the Reebok affiliated labeling off and sold it for like £800 or £900 or $900, and then like you got these dual. Like, what is okay? Minimalistic. Okay, that's fine.
I think high fashion marketed upon social acceptance. Dior people will look at someone for having Dior or someone have a pair of Air Max on just because their shoe costs $1,000. The materials are worse, it looks worse. Gucci sells shoes that already come dirty, but I think it becomes a social acceptance thing. Oh, you had enough money to buy some Gucci's. You're cool, but that doesn't really make you cool because you just got finessed.
You know what's really interesting, and I'm gonna be really honest here. If you're a millionaire or a billionaire, or you got money, either of the three, you're wearing Monarchs, you're wearing Wave Runners, you're wearing the minimalistic stuff that nobody else cares about. This high-end fashion, for me personally, the way I look at it is for the wannabes. It's for the look at me, I've got money, but I haven't got money. It's kind of effect. To me, that's the way I look at it. Because you don't need to prove you got money if you got money. You don't need to prove to people that you're loaded when you know you got money. You just rock what you want to rock. You wear what you want to wear, and you just rock it because you know what, it's comfortable. You don't need to bring that attention to yourself, because if you bring it, I've had it before. Bring attention to yourself, you get reprimanded for it, and that's what's happened in the past to me. And I don't do that anymore because but. From my perspective, if you're loaded, you don't want to put a target on your back. You're not going to rock these £1,000 sneakers constantly. You don't see, like, example, use Bill Gates and all like Bill Gates and stuff like that. The rich millionaires don't rock these stuff. They don't. They just rock minimalistic stuff and do this thing. Like this, for me, the high-end fashion is geared up to people that want to prove that they've got the value behind them when they really don't.
It's letting perception precede you when you go the extra mile to do all the exterior things. Like it's like a woman, right? A woman could look like $1 million and act like negative $1 million. You know, it's not always what you can show a person that determines what type of person you're dealing with. And when we talk about high fashion, for people that know, you know, just like with us with sneakers. Like I say, Kevin, he's interested right now in the Peapod 8s. When you talk to somebody and you say, yeah, I'm trying to get this shoe that came out in 2007. Like, why you want something that old and this shit that come up? Because I like that shit and I want that shit and I don't know if it's gonna come back, so I'm gonna try to get it right now.
They need to re-release those Peapods, man. They need to release those Peapods. I had my eye on the Citrus 7s, which I'm glad they re-retroed.
No, funny. I have an OG. I still have my pair from middle school. Can't fit them, but I still have my
7s.
Yeah, because they were so hard to find. Because I caught them at SneakerCon. What that was like 2016, 2017, SneakerCon Atlanta. I traded a couple pair of shoes for that, like 5-6 pairs of shoes for them. Still have them.
It's good. For me, the Citrus 7s. Like I think a lot of people picked up the Citrus 7s this weekend from in the UK, and I think they'll re-retro as well. And when they do, I think they will kind of slightly sit. But not. Scott believes they might go on sale, but I'm a bit dubious whether this go on sale, because to me, Citrus 7 is almost like an OG, but not an OG. And it's so great, like the stitching, the yellow stitching, the yellow red kind of touches to the midsole. It's such and even the sole. It's such a great sneaker. So like understated, but you know it's a dope sneaker. And I'm glad they re-retroed them. The Peapods is another one. Like the Peapods is another sneaker that's so different, so unique that when it does come out, I think people sleep on them, but realize that in a couple of years when it kind of come out, it's dope. It's dope. And when you see people rock really unique sneakers like 6 or 7s, and I even see the Flint 7s are a great pickup. Even though they went on sale, that's a great pickup, great sneaker.
Yeah.
Ray Allen 7s I got on sale, but it's a great pickup, bro. It's great sneaker. That purple that hits that Ray Allen is so good.
Yeah, but this high fashion stuff, man, it's beyond me, bro. I wouldn't give a fuck about whoever's opinion. If I had the money to afford that stuff easily, I wouldn't buy it.
No, why would you? Why would you?
Would I still? I'm pretty sure my taste would be different, but my style it would maintain. So ain't no way in the hell.
It's hard to wear high fashion because if you look at the designers and what they wear nothing like what they design. It's nothing. They don't even wear their own stuff. Like you wouldn't catch not one Mitch Margiela designer wearing no shoes because they know people will buy them just to look good, to feel accepted by it. I don't know who.
So the question is, why? I know we're sneakers, we're sneaker enthusiasts. Why would you wear a Mason? Why would you wear a Question Mid without all the kind of Reebok affiliated detail into it, and wear my Mason Margiela when you can actually get that for the same price, bro? Like literally, give it to Kevin and give it to me. We'll rip off the Reebok branding from it for you, and we'll just be retail. Like I just don't understand. Like why would you want to rock a glue stained Mason Margiela? Like quality. Okay, cool. You're taking the piss out of quality control, but why? Why would you want to wear it?
It's like them tuck tailors, bro. Like they come pre-beat. Like I don't want to buy nothing that's pre-beat. Like as far as what y'all do, like yeah, you can buy a beat sneaker and bring it back to life. But I'm not giving you $800 for a shoe that look like my dog that chewed up and drug through the backyard.
I want to get my own shoe.
Right. So yeah, I mean, this how we will always look down upon high fashion, like as far as our mindsets goes.
Yeah.
I don't knock nobody that you want to buy a $400 t-shirt that look like it's too big and it's been in the dryer too many times. Knock yourself out.
It's awesome.
Don't say nothing to me about my $30 Jordan t-shirt.
Oh, and that's the worst thing about high-end fashion. People that wear high-end fashion, some of them, they always look down on what you've wore because they think that they and you know what? It's really really funny that they think that the monetary value is what their status is. Nah. You like. I don't care what you wear, and that's one thing that people don't understand is and people can't take when you don't really care what other people wear. I don't really care what anybody else wears or what anybody else has got there in their collection or rotation. I know what I have. I know what I'm gonna rock, and I rock everything I want to wear.
And if what you're wearing makes you treat me differently because I'm not wearing the same type of stuff, I don't need to fuck with you anyway.
No, of course not. Like, bro,
people just paying for a name because Jordan. If you take the Jordan brand logo off the Jordans, I would still like how the shoe looks without the logo. But you can't tell me. Okay, I'll give you a good example. Gallery Depot. Their jeans are just repurposed Levi jeans. All they do is just paint over the Levi sign and put their little twist on it. But you would talk about somebody who wanted a pair of Levi's when you technically have the same exact thing on. You just paid for a Gallery Depot name. You just paid. You didn't do anything special.
Right.
Some of these fashion designers are made in the same warehouse as a Hanes t-shirt. Are you wearing V-Long used to use V-Long started with Gildan t-shirts. $200 for a Gildan t-shirt.
And that shit's $5 at the gas station right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but gotta hit it. You know what I'm saying? That's the game. You know what I'm saying? You can't get mad at A$AP Bari for charging $300 for a shirt. But if one person's willing to pay for it, that's your market now. So you can't really hate these companies.
Right.
Yeah. And then you can't. The thing is, it's not us taking a knock at high-end fashion. Well, it isn't. It's like it's just like do better. Why are you taking somebody else's design concepts and then and it's a whole contradiction in itself. We looked at the Amari sneaker that looks like a Jordan 1. Why are you taking the aspirations of a Jordan 1, making your own, taking all of it off, taking the swoosh off and putting the skeleton on it, and yet you have all of these other independent designers doing the same thing, and Nike wants to come after these independent designers and not go after the high-end fashion brands because they know they've got a battle on their hands with the lawyers.
In my opinion, when it comes to biting another company's design, such as like between 2021 and 2022, like during the pandemic, all the bootleg sneakers, kind of like the Air Kais and like all those, I respected those because they took a someone else's design, revamped it, made it different, added a new flair to it, like how Babe did with the Air Force One. Like what was like really bad, you see like the Michi, like the Wavy Baby, like the Van, and just it's the same exact shoe. You didn't innovate anything. You just changed the shape. You didn't add a different logo and nothing.
I'm understanding more.
Because it gets your why I spend all this money to buy your shoe when I can just go buy a $50 pair of Vans, you know?
Yeah.
Like, cool, I spend that extra $50, $75 because you gave me something different, a different logo, a different colorway, different material, something to actually feel good about me, not you ripping another thing off. Because companies buy each other all the time, but for me to be a customer of yours, you got to make me, you know what I'm saying, want to buy yours, you know? Give me something different. What did you take and change it? Like it's so subtle. Like Cool Kai, how he took the Jordan 1, you know, added the lightning bolt, patent leather. Because honestly, you being real, he made the first like patent leather type Air Jordan 1 model before Jordan did. And you know, he had like ECU and all that good stuff.
There were previous there were previous patent leather Jordan 1s, but Kai has done it a lot more than Jordan has.
Yeah.
And in a lot of different ways too, a lot of different colorways. And it's popular. People like it. And they $300. If you want to pay the $300, that's on you. I can't knock it. You know, I met some of the people from Kai. You know, I met David. I met Kai's business partner. Like, they cool guys. Guess where I met them at? At RetroCon buying Jordans. So they wear Jordans too. It's a respect thing at the end of the day for certain companies, but with these high-end brands, I can't see it that way. It just seemed disrespectful. When I look at the products, it seemed disrespectful.
It's to me it's just opinion. Yeah, to me it's just like really it's I don't understand it. Maybe I'm not supposed to understand it, but like and this is where I feel like high-end fashion's always kind of going back to kind of like casual wear and trying to take like, this is why they got Virgil on board, this is why they got other people on board, even like this the what do you call it, hey,
Chanel Avenue.
Yeah, even that, but also we're talking about the who does all the customs again? I can't remember.
Sneaker surgeon, shoe surgeon.
So shoe surgeon that actually went. Did he go to Gucci recently? To do Gucci? It feels like there's they need the casual the designers, the casual people that actually wear sneakers and rocks and like design sneakers for other people to come onto their brand to give them something new. Otherwise, what they'll end up doing is just basically either doing what Dior just did with the clog, or just ripping off an old model, Asics, Reeboks, Jordans, and then making it their own. And yeah. I don't understand why, like Jordan, Nike, Reebok, all of them. Like, I know that Reebok was a collaboration, Converse was a collaboration, like Dior did a collaboration with a Jordan 1. Okay, cool, that was fine. But I don't understand. I don't understand high-end fashion. I do not understand high-end fashion.
Nah,
for the regular guy, regular sneakerhead that loves sneakers, why would you go and buy high-end fashion stuff?
Yeah, if I want a 3X shirt, I can go buy a 3X shirt for $10 instead of $400. I'm good.
Yeah, and also you could just create your own stuff. Like you can create your own logos, create your own designs, and make your own with a $10 shirt.
Yeah, I've done it. I got a few in the closet right now.
I don't think anyone will ever understand high fashion because it's never it doesn't. I guess it doesn't make sense.
It's runway. It's for the runway. It's to make people like, oh damn, look at that.
It's a show.
Oh shit. Yeah, it's a show.
It's a show.
But it's not practical. It's not practical. Those Dior clogs, are they practical?
Bro, I can't wait. If I see somebody out with them on, I'm gonna have to stop and ask them some questions. Seriously. I can't wait. I gotta know.
But, yeah, exactly. But like, I maybe it's not for us to understand high-end fashion. It literally is not for us to understand.
I understand Jordan 1s though. I understand dunks and MX 95s and retros. So that's almost stick with what I understand. They can have
exactly. But like, I'm mystified. I'm just mystified about what direction high-end fashion is taking and what way they want to go, because I'm gonna be honest, when we were younger, we used to look at high-end fashion and say, whoa, cool, that's kind of cool, that Gucci, that Prada, that Versace, or that you kind of like, okay, cool, this is good, it's a good fit, good get up. But over the years they've lost their way. It feels like they've lost.
In my opinion, when I look at high fashion, I want to look at a nice, Italian-made suit, not a shirt that was cut up though. I got mauled by a dog. I want a uniform look nice. Like if I'm gonna spend $1,000 on something, I should be able to wear that to go meet the president. Like.
The really interesting thing about high-end fashion, and one thing I'm really worried about with high-end fashion, is the concept that Nike want to kind of go into the high-end fashion market, and I can understand. We as consumers, we pay for the name. We all pay for the name. We pay for Pepsi, we pay for Cola, we pay for Nike, we pay for Jordan, we pay for Yeezy. All of those we pay a premium for the name, to own the right to wear that name. So I understand that, and it feels like high-end fashion is an extra privilege to wear that high-end fashion name. But I'm really worried if Nike and Jordan want to head into that high-end fashion, want to do those high-end fashion brands. What way?
Their bread and butter is right here with us. They get that when they do collaborations. When they do an Alma Mayer or Union or Atmos or Concepts, I think that's as far as they should go. I mean, I'm not mad at the Louis Air Force One, just like I wasn't mad at the Dior Jordan 1. But that's not the norm. That's not the mainstream. That's not their bread and butter. We put jam on the bread. The casual consumer butters the bread, and that's where they need to live, in between us and the casual consumer.
Yeah, it became a social thing that, as a brand, Louis Vuitton is over Jordan brand. I think it's just like high fashion is such they put it so high on this pedestal when it's really not. It's all, in my opinion, a huge scam. Because in my opinion, those glued and Mr. Margielas won't last as much as a pair of Jordans would.
Nope. And it's about for me, it's not about value. Monetary value, yes, but cultural value, no.
Like, and I think it's a mind thing, how it makes you feel. You'll feel more important in the Louis Vuitton jacket than you would a Nike one.
I want to be a lot more careful.
It's really, so see like for me I always say this, money is not, money's comes and goes. Money, you die leave everything behind. So for me personally, money's not the incentive to kind of drive me forwards. So talking about high-end fashion, this is why I don't understand it. I don't understand why I need £1,000 t-shirt or a £800 pair for sneakers. For me, like, I'll just pick up my Air Trainer 1s and rock them, or I'll pick up a Jordan 4 or Jordan 1 or Jordan 3 and rock them, because I just like the history and the basically the models and the silhouettes for what they are and what they represent, rather than being expensive. Like, I truly do get what I truly do go and buy what I want to wear, and that's because I have the passion and the love for that actual silhouette and the colorway, and be it like a Air Trainer 1 that's gone on sale and is currently on sale. When I pulled out the Midnight Navies and the Photons and all of that stuff, they're on sale, and I still rock the hell out of them because I feel it's a dope sneaker and it's got dope history. And it goes for the same as I do have some sneakers that are kind of really expensive, but I didn't know they were going to be that expensive when I bought them. And to be honest, Q was at me this weekend for wearing the Travis Scott sixes, right? But I actually bought this because I got the British khakis, and I bought this for quite a expensive price. But it's because I always had love for the olives. I always had love for them, and it's only when I looked at it and I thought, you know what, if I don't buy these now, I'll never get them for the price it's going to go shoot up to, because a new variation of that six came out from Travis Scott. So
I pull out my GRs, and I love my GRs just as much as I love some of the hype stuff I got, and that's what it's about.
Gone on sale. That's gone on sale.
I don't care.
And it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter to it. It does not matter to me. It's like wherever. And what I find a lot within the sneaker community, it's and I use that word lightly because I don't, you know my feelings about the whole word of community. What I feel about sneakerheads, some sneakerheads, that they need to keep up. They need to keep having the most expensive things to represent that they've got the most expensive things. When you break it down with them about why or the history or the concepts, they don't understand that. All they understand is on the resale shops, they're X amount of value, but that valuation doesn't mean anything. That valuation is just a figure, like, bro. Like, and imagine. I'll give you a prime example before we cut the show. Sorry, it's getting a bit long. Imagine like the zebras when they first released were X amount of value, and then over the years they just drop off. I think we're on a sixth or seventh drop of that Yeezy zebra. Now, are those same people talking the same language back in 2016 or 2007, whenever it was super limited, to now? No, they're not, because they don't mess with that. But over time, I love the zebras. I always loved the zebras. I always wanted them, and I know the prime time to get them is now, when they're easily available, because there's no hype behind them, and I love that. I believe every sneaker should be there for people to. I believe every sneaker should sit or be pre-made for anybody to go wear what they want to wear, and give their freedom of expression. That to me eliminates any kind of structure, any kind of like, yo, my sneakers are better than yours because they're worth more. Fuck no.
I just think upon the sneaker community, streetwear community, casual wear, I think as a basis, we need to respect it and put it on a more higher pedestal than we do Louis Vuitton, Dior, and all that. Because honestly, we all know these are better brands, but as a community, let's put it the whole fashion community, we put these so-called high fashion brands above the brands that are really good. And I feel like that's why they're not as appreciated as not looked at first option. Because we're being real, Air Jordan, Nike, Puma, all these smaller brands that they call casual or streetwear brands, those are high fashion. They just don't want to say it because it won't market well. But we're being, that is real high fashion.
It's about the value that we put on the things that we love, and that's the bottom line. Like, I don't care about what it's reselling for when I like it. I don't even know what it's reselling for because I'm not checking, because I got my pair and I'm cool. And at the end of the day, that should be the most important thing when you're a sneakerhead or a collector. And catering to your opinions, your feelings, and your own personal style versus trying to run behind whoever doing what's popular.
And you know what's really, I think what's really interesting with the whole complexity of what's happened over the last 5 to 6 years with street fashion, it's given high end fashion a kick up the arse, because now it wasn't like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, it wasn't cool for you to wear joggers. It wasn't cool for you to wear hoodies. It wasn't cool for you to wear like rock like Jordan or Nike or like just casually in the street, like have it to go to the club, or have it to go to rock like a restaurant or anything like that, or a posh restaurant. Now it's like, yo, I'm gonna rock my Jordan ones. I'm gonna rock the joggers. I'm gonna rock my hoodie, and I'm gonna go to that expensive restaurant, because now it's the trend, and it's
acceptable.
And acceptable, exactly. And that's given a massive boot up the arse of high-end fashion, because now our acceptance of casual wear is so much more than it used to be, and you can rock what you want. You can wear a Jordan 11 to the club and them not turn around and say, no, you can't wear those.
Right. That's what it all boiled down to, man. Freedom of choice, freedom of expression, and respect amongst the community, man.
Yeah.
But Kim, 3.5 hours. We weren't expecting to go this long, but the conversations get so good when we do the podcast every time, bro. We end up going way over time. But again, we appreciate you coming. We appreciate your. I think we still haven't really gotten the amount of clarity that we wanted to have on the young sneakerhead opinion, because come to find out, you ain't got the young sneakerhead opinion, bro.
Yeah, you haven't got the young sneakerhead mentality.
If you truly have the young sneakerhead mentality, the game is going in the right direction. We need to have more people like you in the community to keep it moving forward and keep things in order.
Yeah.
So for the people that's watching this, shout your social medias and whatever you want to plug.
You can follow me on Instagram at the number 1 dot the letter K, the letter V, the letter N. That's all I got.
Cool.
Yeah.
One Kim. TJ, what else you got before we end the show, man?
Nothing much really, because it's been a really good show. I enjoyed having Kevin, and basically it's really interesting to see your perspective. And I think Kevin is like, when we think of young sneakerheads, we think of young hype beasts running around everywhere.
Yeah,
and it was really interesting to get your perspective, because you know your sneakers, and you know your stuff, and you know what you kind of look for. And it's really surprising when I was looking forward to kind of like taking you to court, right? And it didn't happen because I couldn't, because I was like, yo, Kevin knows his stuff. Kevin knows his history, and you've been brought up right. That's all I'm saying. Your dad has done a good job. Your mom and dad have done an amazing job on you, because you're not what I thought you was going to be, and that's a very big compliment.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to have him on, bro. I mean, he surprised me too, son, but I already knew that we were, like I said, we were raised under some of the same principles and guidelines. So, yeah, man. My guy, Kim, for my guy, TJ, I want to say to everybody out there that's watching this, we appreciate y'all. As usual, we will be seeing y'all next week. Guess or not, we keeping it rolling. We're going to have some more great guests. We're going to have some more great content, court cases, all that, the silliness, the shenanigans y'all know we're going to bring on the Shoe Dog podcast. And like my bro TJ always say, we hope y'all have a great day, a great month, a great year, and hopefully everybody out there can go out there and cop them ballerina sneakers from hell that Dior is dropping, because everybody deserves to buy that bullshit if that's what y'all like, okay? So y'all can keep them. And we're going to stay over here on this side. We're going to keep rocking out on the Shoe Dog podcast. Yeah.
Perfect. So peace out for now. Peace.
Peace.